Hey, Callan, guess what, buddy?
What, buddy?
Guess who's coming to your city?
What are you talking about? Seattle? San Francisco?
Yep.
Portland?
Correct.
San Diego?
Sacramento.
Las Vegas? Sacramento?
Yeah.
Portland? San Diego? San Francisco?
We're calling you out.
Vegas?
We're calling you out.
West Coast Tour?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
2016.
Live podcast?
Live. Coming at you live.
We mean live
Finally.
shows.
Finally.
We don't like to call them podcasts. We like to call them live
It's
shows.
a live Fighter
It's called
and
the
Kid
Fighter and Kid Experience.
That's right. San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Sacramento, Vegas, San Diego. We are calling you out. We're calling all the hounds. All the big dick bandits. Come on out.
Hey, can I tell you a secret?
What's up, buddy?
Sold a lot of tickets already.
Yeah, we have.
Offered 2 posts on Instagram.
Man, what
So I
can
want
you
to
do?
thank our fans for being rabid.
Rabid, raging.
Um,
Go to the Fire Kid right now to get your tickets. It's in all these cities. It's one show, one night only. We
One
are
show,
in
one
and
night
out.
only.
One show, one night only. Go to tfatk.com right now and get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Go on, get your tickets.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
T-Fat-K.
That's a hefty schedule, my man. You're used to the road life. I'm not.
You're
what I call a road dog.
I'm road dog.
You're a road dog.
I road
You're the
dog
old weathered road dog.
I road dog it. Yeah,
I'm a little worried about it, not gonna lie to you.
I
That
know.
schedule is tough.
I tend to road dog it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Well, you know
what
what I
though?
was
Let
thinking
me-
is how we're gonna
no,
do
no,
it.
Here- here's the big question. Here's the big question. Listen up. I don't know how I'm gonna keep my energy. I mean, that's a long schedule. That's a long schedule. So the question is, I just don't want to break down.
I figured we're gonna do it Escobar Caesar style.
Well, who is Escobar Caesar?
You never heard of Escobar
Sure
Caesar?
haven't. But is
No.
that a name that you just you like another hybrid name that you came up with? there?
No. Escobar Caesar is a guy
Yeah.
who invented
Who? Huh?
cocaina.
Ah, you mean Pablo Escobar?
But his
'Cause
friends
Escobar
called him
Caesar.
Escobar Caesar.
they?
Yeah, well, I do.
Oh, you do. I think you got it messed up.
Yeah, I do.
Pablo Escobar. Thanks a lot. Hey, it's like Escobar Caesar.
Who's Escobar
Well,
Caesar?
I don't know who
Why
that
did that
is.
just pop in my head?
Yeah.
Why did I just combine
Pablo Escobar, the
See, I
long,
figured-
long deceased drug king.
cocaina king?
Yeah, he was
I
the-
figured Pablo Escobar was going to be supplying our tour.
No, man, you can't run a tour on blow, bro. How many times do I have to tell you?
Well, Rockstars did.
No, I know.
Are we not doing that?
It lasts 2 days.
You have a
and
better
you
idea,
collapse.
Bryan.
Do I ever?
What do you
It's
got?
called On It Labs, all right? You know what On It Labs puts out? They put out the best earth-grown nutrients on the planet.
Makes sense.
For human optimization, for energy. And by the way, if you want to get crazy, I might just get into some On It Academy workouts, which I've been doing. You got your steel club, sandbag, medicine ball, and kettlebell workouts.
Preach,
or
son.
some days you just want to use your body weight. Sometimes you want to just do your body weight. But
Body on body.
How do I work out with just my body weight? Oh, I don't know. Go to onitacademy.com. They'll show you what to do. Like you can squat the plank. You can do body weight quad presses. You can do box weight box jumps. Or body weight box jumps. Body weight push-ups. The bottom line is you can vary your workout, which is very important.
So you saying on this tour we're going to be fueled by Shroom Tech and Alpha Brain?
I'm telling you, we're going to be fueled by whatever we need to keep our energy at an optimal level, like krill oil, like warrior bars, like I think it's omega wheat oat protein bars. Those things are delicious. I don't even know what they are.
Yeah.
All I know is they should call them delish.
That name definitely didn't do them justice, but they
Yeah.
are nice.
Yeah, the omega protein bar, or whatever it's called. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, it's onit.com. You know the drill. Onit.com/fighter. 10%.
10% off. And I'm going to do like a break-in announcement right now. This just in, we're proud to announce the launch of the new collab t-shirt between Onnit and the Fighter and the Kid. The shirt is a throwback vintage fight poster that they basically were inspired by our ridiculous weekend we spent with the Onnit crew
Yeah.
this last August.
Oh, yeah.
These are high-quality tees printed on it, super comfortable tri-blend T-shirts. They're going to be available. Listen up, people. November 16th. That's November 16th. $25. If you want the red one,
$25.
$25. If you want the red one, go to onit.com. If you want the gray one, go to tfatk.com. And a bonus, the first 500 people who buy both of them will receive a free fight poster, just like the tee you see there with Big Brown and Bryan Callen as a big bear and a Caribbean tiger, mom.
Caribbean tiger.
You get a free signed poster by the kid and myself. So there you go. November 16th. Shirts drop November 16th.
Shirts drop November
Follow
16th.
And the Fighter and the Kid to see what time they will be available.
Love it.
Booyah! Onit.com/fighter.
Onit.com.
10% off.
Onit.com.
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 Hit it.
All right.
What's up, buddy?
Well, welcome back, Brendan. I just wanted to
I didn't get
say,
kidnapped, thank God.
Los banditos con pitos grandes. Los banditos con pitos grandes. Escondan a sus novias, escondan a sus esposas. Los bandidos con pitos están aquí. Los bandidos con pitos están aquí. Te golpea la cara mientras yo te tengo dos piernas.
I have no idea what you just said.
Bienvenidos de vuelta desde México, Brendan.
Brandon.
I just said,
Sí, papi.
big dick bandits, lock up your daughters, lock up your wives.
Ooh.
The big dick bandits are here. Los bandidos con pitos están aquí. And then I said,
Banditos.
he'll punch your face while I hold your thighs. Te golpea la cara mientras yo detengo dos piernas.
Banditos.
Banditos.
I'm just glad I didn't get kidnapped in Mexico. Was there for Shark Eyes Doll Smile's wedding. He is not single anymore.
He's not single anymore.
He's not single anymore.
Boy, oh boy. That was a perfect picture of him, too. Just staring with those sightless,
On
forever
Instagram?
eyes.
Hey,
That's right.
This is the funny part. So all the guys go to his hotel room to get ready. And for whatever reason, Mexico, the Playboy channel is full on porn. So all of us had it on all the time. Right? Of
course.
It's whatever, you're guys. So we're all getting ready.
Guys,
and
pervert.
there's a photographer taking pictures. And porno's on the background. And I go, Jay, let's get a picture. Go take a picture. There's some dude balls deep and his girl in the background. And the photographer goes, maybe turn around. I'm like, no, this is a good angle. He's like, no, turn the TV off.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Just some dude just
railing.
this girl.
Railing.
I thought it would have been funny, but it's
Well,
frowned upon on wedding pictures.
That's like that girl that did that selfie, and she was like, and behind her in the toilet was a
big
giant
shit.
log.
Have you ever seen that? She's all, hey, and then it's just some big old log in
Oh
the
my
toilet.
God.
We had fun, though, man. It was, for me, those all-inclusive resorts, that food,
Puerto Vallarta.
and it's like, attention, are you out of shape and love shitty food?
Yeah.
Get to Puerto Vallarta right now.
Yeah, and the problem with those things also is a lot of times.
All the food's the same.
A lot of times, like I was in Dominican Republic, and they had a big food fest, and people were eating, and they were drinking water and the ice, and everybody came down, not only with the shites. Everybody ate something. There was food poisoning, so everybody was just sick.
Oh,
and
not
shit.
here, not
then,
Mexico.
Well, then there was a sewage break in the somewhere, and the water. People were getting ear infections and weird rashes. Everybody got this weird bacterial rash.
Yeah, not this past weekend at Jay's wedding. It was a good time. There's a bunch of people, and then the wedding took place on the beach. It's pretty dope. He had a whole candy called a candy bar. So it was a whole row of candy, just like all the shops have a sweet tooth, man. All the
row of candy.
It was just all sorts of different candy, and then
You just had candy brought in.
well, there's regular meals, but yeah, they had a whole smorgasbord of candy, and then
Never heard of that.
I can't remember the last time my mom and dad were in the same place together. They've been divorced since I was about 8,
Really?
10, 8 or 10.
So they don't talk at all.
Never,
That's interesting.
never. Weird, right?
Did they avoid each other?
Yeah, kind of. My mom sat over there, my dad sat over there. It's kind of weird.
I always wondered about that.
Yeah, right.
You
Must
see
have been
that.
awkward.
I've been to weddings where it got really awkward.
Yeah,
Where the mom, like at my friend's wedding, the mom kind of had disappeared and then came back. And there was all this weird stuff because they didn't want her to speak. And then the mom's sister jumped up and said, "You should let your mother speak." And it got really awkward.
Awkward for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I hate that when people make it about them, especially on someone else's wedding day.
Yeah.
How about I didn't know if it's gonna be me or me and my brother have a similar best friend and Joe Kloffenstein. So I didn't know if it's gonna be me or Joe giving the best man speech because my my
gotta be
brother,
you.
he's not very he doesn't tell anyone anything, he just goes. So probably probably 5 minutes before her bridesmaid comes up to me. She goes, "Now, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?" I go, "For what?" And she goes, "Oh, Jay told me you're giving the best man speech." I went, "Okay, sure, I'll go first."
Did you not have a speech? You had a speech.
Nothing.
You didn't know you were going to speak at your brother's wedding.
No idea. Till 5 minutes before.
How did you not know that, sir?
Big Brown ripped it off the top, though, had everyone crying.
Really?
I sat there for a second. I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to say this one from the heart. Grab that mic. You know me, never shy of a mic.
Yeah.
And then
that's not easy to do. You just spoke your mind.
Yeah. I was nervous because these live shows we do, I'm not that nervous because I don't know these people. So if I fuck up, it's whatever. I have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not gonna fuck up, but I'm not. But if it's my family,
they've known you forever.
They know me, and it's like
big
I'll
event.
have
It's
to
a big
hear
moment.
about it. It's a big moment. So I was nervous. I was like, all right, well, they know me. They know me. I'm ridiculous. I'm outlandish. I exaggerate shit all the time, blah, blah, blah. So I get on the mic and I started off because I was just thinking about when we talk about my brother, we're talking about loyalty, right? We always talk about how loyal he is, how he can so trustworthy. And even when we were little, we used to fight like cats and dogs. But if you mess with one of us, you were in fucking trouble, man.
Right.
We hated each other, but if someone else tried doing the same to one of us, you had to deal with both of us. So I'm not making this up, and we've talked about this, and you gave me the inspiration. I started off, I said, the other day, this is exactly how I started off. Family, everyone went. The other day, someone asked me if I killed someone, who's the first person I'd call to hide a dead body? You're looking at him. And then I just went from there and talked about how loyal my brother is.
Wow.
And then
that's great. That's a great way to start.
Yeah. And because everyone was like, huh? And I was like, bear with me. Yeah. And then so I started giving reasons why Jay. And I talked about the time when me and Jay, we hated each other when we were little. Hated each other. We'd fight so much. And we collected cards, right? Basketball, football, baseball cards. And I forget what year it is. You can look it up whenever Shaquille O'Neal and Christian Laettner were rookies in the NBA. But those were the two hottest cards. The hottest cards. And I told this story how my mom, didn't have a ton of money, but we got money together and bought the pack of cards. And my brother got the worst pack, just like a bunch of shit players. And then I opened mine, and no lie, I get Shaquille O'Neal and Christian Laettner in the same pack. That's like hitting the lottery.
Yeah.
Especially when I was like 10 or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh, yeah.
And my brother was crying. He was so upset, so mad he didn't get one. And we just got done fighting. I had a, fucked up, bloody lip, black eye, beat my ass.
Jesus.
But still, with these cards, I had this whole whole theme of me and Jay always had each other's backs. No matter how bad it got, we always came back together and had each other's back. And I was talking about how we were fighting, and then I got this cards. And I let him pick. I said, "Here, I know you got bad cards, and we hate each other, but you want Shaquille O'Neal or Christian Laettner." And so I use that as a metaphor for life, just how even when the biggest bully in Aurora was this kid named Charles Sager, who was 3 years older than us. Giant black kid. Why he was in the same grade, I have no idea, but he's 3 years older. He's huge. He looked like Warren Sapp. He was huge.
Wow.
And we were these little white kids. We were playing football. And I tell this story in the speech. Speech was a while. Told this story. So we're picking teams, and this Charles kid's making fun of me, this big Warren Sapp, the bully. It's the biggest bully in Aurora. And I tell my brother, I go, throw me the football. And he goes, why? I go, just throw me the fucking football. So, and he would never throw me the ball, but he knew I wanted to get this kid. So Jay calls hike, throws me the football, and it's in the rain. And I get it, and it's me and the bully one-on-one. I juke him out so bad he slips and falls down the ground. And it's wide open, a touchdown. And so I stop, and I slap him in the face and then run to the touchdown. While I'm celebrating, I'm like, oh.
You slap the guy.
The bully.
Who you juked. Okay.
Juked him. He's on the ground, and I stop and slap him in the face.
Damn.
And keep running. And then he gets up, and I'm celebrating, doing a Deion Sanders white guy dance, and he comes up and pushes me down.
Ooh.
And before I could look up, Jay's in the air like Liu Kang. Boom! And then they just started scrapping. My brother beat the shit out of him. So I told that story.
Brothers don't mess around.
Yeah. Now, there was not a dry eye in that place, including me. You want to get me to cry? Have me talk about my brother.
Isn't that funny?
Weird. I got on the mic and I was like, yes! Fuck, man.
Isn't that so weird?
It's so weird.
I cried.
Anything else, I'm good.
Dude, at my sister's wedding, I had to make a speech, and I held it together. But it was everything I could do. And I don't know, I cry at weddings. My sister getting married, I'm up there on the podium and she's walking up, and I had to smile really hard. I was smiling like that because I was trying not to cry.
Dude, so
fuck, what is that?
They didn't have a wedding song picked out, and I go, do Sam Smith, acoustic latch. I don't know if you ever heard that song.
That's a great song.
So I go, do that. And so Anthony,
Wow.
his wife, goes, oh, yeah, that's a good song. Do that. I picked the song. I have the song on my iTunes playlist. I've heard it a million times. But when they played it and I was sitting there and she's walking in the aisle, I was tearing up.
Damn right you
I'm
were.
like, fucking, I'm the one who did this.
Damn right you
were.
were.
It's weird, man.
This is such a weird thing because I'm going to tell you, this morning, like, you ever cried at something you have no business crying at?
Tim Kennedy for 2 hours in a car by myself.
Yes. And the fact that Tim Kennedy could die because he's a soldier. It was me and Evan had to run away. And then he comes
I have to tell you, you tell everyone in there it's allergies.
Half hour later, you come back in, you're like, hey, guys, how you doing? I was like, hey, red
Face
eyes.
is all red.
What's up, red eyes, swollen nose? All right.
What were you saying, though?
I had this morning, my friend's son is staying with me, and he's a mountain biker, a pro mountain biker. And he was watching the World Mountain Bike Championships, the 2015 recap. I do not understand why. I do not understand what was going on.
You start crying?
I was getting overly emotional about, I don't care about mountain biking. I don't watch mountain biking. And when the girl fell and didn't make it, and she was heartbroken, when the guy broke the record and was winning, and it was the glory, I guess it was the agony.
It's different because you know defeat.
The agony and the ecstasy of defeat, and I was crying
That's
at both.
different. You can relate that to whatever.
Right,
though.
but I don't, I've known this kid since he was born. He cannot see me cry while making a cappuccino at the recap of the 2015 mountain bike championships. It's ridiculous. And I'm going, and I was like, as I'm cracking a hard-boiled egg, and I'm like, I was like, get it together. What are you worried? It's weird when you get emotional about.
It is weird, man.
Like, what's that about? I cry when I'm on a plane. I got earphones on, and I'm watching something. It could be a thing on prison. Could be a thing on whatever. I'll get super emotional. Maybe because my attention.
None of that does. None of that
know
does.
what's go-
None of that does. It has to be something personal or none of that
Well,
makes me
listen,
cry.
speeches at weddings, really hard not to cry.
Oh, I was crying. I mean, I held it together, but I was crying. And Klopp's he's a serial killer. He doesn't cry over anything. I could tell. He's a little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
He's a little teary-eyed.
Well, there's so much history.
Oh, Klopp knows the history.
You guys have this is a huge
Today's
moment.
birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Joe Kloffenstein.
Happy birthday, Joe. Big Joe. There's history whenever you mark with a huge occasion the beginning of something and the end of something. And in a way, the end of his childhood.
It made me realize how old we're getting.
Yeah.
When he put on that, he had a gold ring. He told me he
Wow.
picked a gold ring because Kanye West has a gold ring. That's whatever.
All right.
But
Well, Jay,
that ruined
we're
it.
going to have a talk.
But he has on the gold ring, and because that night we went out, and he's talking to me. I'm staring. I'm like, holy fuck, we're getting old.
Yeah.
You have a gold ring on, like you're Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Like you have a gold ring on.
Hey, dude.
But check this. Well, not rape Cosby. We're talking about the Huxtable Cosby,
Yeah,
the
of
friendly
course.
family guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the. I don't know Cosby the rapist. I know him as
Right.
Mr. Huxtable. Check this out though. So we go out in Puerto Vallarta. I told them this too. Auntie's best friend Tasha is hands down. She's the female version of Klopp. She's black. Her name's Natasha.
Yeah.
She ran track in Europe, like super stud athlete.
Yeah. So she has her super flat ass.
She looks like, and this is all due respect, she looks like if you took LeBron James, put a wig on him.
Wow.
She was in the pool. I was like, the fuck? She was
Wow.
such a freak. Klopp in front of his wife, and they listen to the show. But she realized this. Klopp goes, you and I should just procreate. I feel like we deserve it.
Yeah.
We owe it to the world.
Have
And I
crazy
said,
children.
100% you guys need to make some stuff happen.
How good looking would those kids be? How athletic?
Dude, her ass and leg, like we were trying to figure it out, like how much she weighed. Not an ounce of fat, blowout ass.
How tall is she?
Boom, boom, pow, pow.
Boom, boom, pow, pow.
Boom, boom, pow.
Yeah, like curves on top of curves.
Like makes your sister look like flat ass like Paris Hilton. Like,
Jesus.
oh, she got out of the pool. I was like, ah!
God damn.
Even my dad was like, "Good load." I was like, "Whoa, hey."
Your dad
DJ.
got ghetto black all of a sudden.
My
Good
mom,
load.
she was in a dress. My mom came and started slapping her ass. My
What?
mom's never met her. It's the craziest ass you've ever seen.
So how tall is she?
5'11".
Oh, that's a big girl.
We're trying to figure out her weight. I don't
Don't
know.
come-
girls-
don't come
I
out
don't know. I don't know girls' weight. You're too light in the ass for it.
I'm too light
I
in the
don't
ass.
know. Everyone is here. Me too. I don't know girls' weight, But me and Klopp were trying to figure out, and I was like, what do you think? She's 160? Klopp went, 160. Austin's 190. She makes Austin look like a little kid.
What?
She has to be 200 pounds. I went, no.
What?
Shredded. She looks like Serena Williams, Venus Williams.
Yeah.
She would be the one where you would look at those two and be like, oh, you guys get the shitty genes.
Damn.
She would make Serena and Venus Williams look like the hot dog meat.
I need to see her.
I started following on Instagram. I'll show you.
Well,
her Instagram.
I'm going to follow her on Instagram too.
Later, yeah. And I told Cloud, I said, thank God Bryan's not here. He goes, why? I go, he would be just not, you'd be questioning her nonstop.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. And even I was like, is your dad LeBron James and fucking Serena Williams?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
That's when you want to pull Alden Smith out of the bushes and go, I present you with a gift.
You know what? And I went, what's your deal? How are you single? And I guess she's saying she was married.
She's very pretty.
Runaway bride, right?
Okay.
Twice.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I really don't want kids. I grabbed that big bitch by her arm. I said, you listen. And you listen good. You listen good. I don't care how fast
for
you
the
are.
You the human race.
You fucking
have some
change
children.
your tone, young lady. You change your fucking tone.
Have the kids.
Right
I will take
now.
them.
You can be that shit mom. I'll take the kids in.
Yeah.
All 6 of them. I need 6 of them.
You need 6.
I need 6.
Got to squeeze them out.
How crazy is that, though? You should have seen her. Anyway, so. Yeah,
she had abs and everything. Yeah.
I'm going to show you a picture, and you're like, what the fuck? Even I was like, were you artificially created in a lab? Are you an X-Men?
Yeah.
Are you literally like? Are you the next fucking Jean Grey?
Those 0.01 percenters.
It was insane. Yeah. And then she talked about how she beat up some guy before. She used to have a real bad temper.
Damn.
I know. I was like, who do you date? How does that happen?
Alden Smith, guys like that.
Maybe. I don't know. Because the struggle has to be real for her.
Oh, no doubt.
Because the struggle's real for girls like Serena and Venus. They're famous.
Right.
But if you're not famous and you're built like that. Good. Even for Ronda, the struggle.
You got to date. You got to date outside. You got to date linebackers or defensive ends.
Or that's what I was talking to her as. Like, that's what I was talking to her about. Do you date that, or do you go complete opposite and date super beta guys where you just fucking get down and suck this ass?
You do see that. Hold on.
Too much?
Get down and suck this ass. Let me explain something to you about female psyche. And I want to apologize to our audience. Okay, because this young lady, clearly, I promise you, has never said, get out and suck this ass.
Hey, man.
Because that would
she might be a freak.
Yeah, but even freaks are not into they don't say to a guy, hey, get out and suck this ass, and then they snap their fingers.
Netflix and suck this ass.
I am personally offended, and I'd like you to draw another line to where Brennan went over the line again.
Bro, I don't know.
Get out and suck this ass. Like, you just had to say that because you just said. Anyway, but the bottom line is
people don't
I've seen women like that with beta males.
That's what I asked her. Yeah, she said it's tough.
But I just believe
what she's
in
into,
your
though?
DNA, you've got to be.
Guys.
God bless her. God bless her.
Dudes.
Of course she is. That's fantastic.
Evan, I got one for you, my man.
White guys, though, does she date? I bet she dates tall, thin, athletic white guys.
I don't know.
With huge dongs.
We'd have to call it. That'd be tough.
Well, athletic girls, from my experience, everything is well toned. Things are tight.
Okay, but get down and suck this ass is too much, and now you're talking about that. You know what, Brian?
Yes,
Fuck
it is,
you,
sir.
bro. Yes, it is.
Don't try to, yeah.
Hey, you know what though? So let me finish. So we decided to go out that night of the wedding, and there's like all these bars and stuff. My brother's not a big club guy, so we want to go where he wants to go. Out of all the places in Puerto Vallarta, he goes, oh, how about that place up there? I go, there's no one up there, Jay. He goes, it's an Irish bar. I went, sure, that makes sense. Let's go to the Irish bar in Mexico, Jay. We go up there. I'm not making this up. There's supposed to be the guy goes, you know how they go, come in. We got food. We got band. We got a live band. I said, I don't hear any music. He goes, no, when you guys go up there, they'll start setting up. Not making this up. We walk up there. The lead singer of the band is sleeping, slobbering, jaw open, sleeping.
In a chair?
No, on the stage, passed out.
Oh, no.
And the guy goes, hey, get up. Whatever. Like, get up.
Oh, no.
He wakes up, and I'm like, Jay, this place is terrible. Everyone's like, what the fuck are we doing? Jay wants to be there, so we order beers, right? Everyone orders beers. Everyone has drinks. They're setting up. Take forever to set up. The guy gets on the mic and goes, "Hola, everyone good tonight?" And I'm like, "Oh, fuck no, man." But he has like this swagger about him. Like he's like this badass. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Not making this up. The best band I've ever heard live.
Damn.
The guy got up there and had that deep, like Creed voice, the "Carry Me Spoken," you know, like super deep. And they did these cover songs. Oh my God. They were, he barely spoke any English, but he knew every American song.
Damn.
And the guitarist, 21, they called him Mini Slash, wore the hat like Slash. Dude.
Destroying it.
Oh my God. I get chills. Listen,
so
everyone was like, oh, everyone's jaw dropped as soon as he hit that first note. And the reason he had that swag is he knew he was going to blow everyone off their feet. And I'm like, how are you guys not fucking just doing this? And so Klopp's super into music. Me and Klopp were having this conversation because I told Joe, I go, I love nothing more than to watch a live band. I love live music.
Yeah.
Because it's a language we don't understand.
That's right.
And Klopp goes, why is that? And I go, because you and I aren't musicians.
Yeah.
An athlete, it's no mystery to us. Whatever sport it is, it's no mystery. The hard work, tenacity,
repetition,
being athletic. Yeah, we get that. But the musicians, this is why we can't. It's a language we don't understand.
I agree.
I was so into it. We stayed there to probably 3 a.m. while those guys played.
It's funny because I was talking to my buddy Frank Grillo, who said, he's become very successful as an actor, and he said, and he was boxing. He's been boxing since he was 19, and he said, nothing is a mystery anymore because as you get older, you're like, you're a Navy SEAL. Okay, you went through the training. Like you can kind of like break down a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Music is the one exception. Mm-hmm. Music is the one exception because it's infinite. And when you hear amazing music, it's so this weekend I go to do a show downtown. I'm talking to this girl. She's got a guitar. She's just talking. She's a comedian. I'm like, oh boy.
Downtown LA?
So she's going to go up before me.
Downtown LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's going to go up before me. And there's nothing I hate more than musicians who do comedy. Like I'm going to play a song. I'm going to sing funny songs. That can
Unless
go
you're
very,
Jimmy Fallon or Adam Sandler, good luck.
That can go very badly. So she's up there and she sits. She gets her, and it's a big crowd and she's taking forever and she's kind of going, and she's talking and she's going, and she's drinking and she's putting her beer down. She's tuning her guitar. I'm like, dude,
What does this girl look like?
She's like a little Italian girl from Rhode Island, Long Island, skinny,
Just trying to get a mental
Italian,
picture.
dark hair, pretty,
Sure.
not gorgeous but pretty, and probably 30. And I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! And I literally say, to my buddy, I go. She starts doing some comedy, and I'm like, I can't watch this. I cannot watch this.
It was that bad?
Well, I go, I can't watch this, and all of a sudden, she breaks into a song.
Singing?
And it was like in the movies where you go, I got to go, and all of a sudden you hear one note, and
you turn around.
I whipped around. I fucking whipped around, and I went, huh? She starts singing in the most soulful voice I've ever heard, and oh, by the way, she starts singing a really funny song, and she's doing and then she does a rap and it's hilarious, and then another song.
Oh, she's talented.
I never, as a comic, ever go, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna follow this. Like never. Nobody intimidates me.
Well,
Nobody.
it's a different
It's
vibe.
just different vibe. And I was enjoying it so much, and my buddy goes, why doesn't she just sing? She's really funny, but she could just sing. I go, oh no, she's the real deal. Long story short, I think she was number 10 runner-up in American Idol. And she's an original songwriter, and she is actually amazing. But she wanted to mix comedy and
That's cool. Good for her,
but man. When you see somebody do that shit, when you see
gives
somebody,
me chill. Nothing gives no sport gives me chills. No fight ever, no football game ever gave me chills. If I watch good music, I get chills.
Well, music is universal. When you hear great music, when you hear somebody who can sing really well with a guitar, it's. If you don't like it, there's something wrong with
one thing I wish I could do.
Something wrong with you if you don't like it.
The one thing I would trade everything to do.
If you could, who do you think is, like when you hear one song with...
There's not one song. There's too much. That's stupid. I hate when people go, what's your favorite song?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What's your favorite movie? There's a shitload of movies. Do I have to pick one?
Yeah.
Do you like ass or titties? I like both.
Well, sometimes though, just hearing somebody sing with a guitar and just,
Acoustic stuff.
Oh.
How about someone got married on my flight home?
What?
Got married on the plane. They had a rabbi sitting behind. The lady had no idea.
Really?
Asked her to marry and got married at the same time. Boom, boom.
On a plane, did he get up and make a speech?
L'chaim! I started going, hey.
Hey, Mazel Tov!
Crazy. As soon as we crossed over to U.S. borders and the California borders, it just happened. Cameras came out.
What?
Everyone had their cell phones out. I was like, oh shit, we got a bomb going on.
And so
wrong. I was way off.
And so the guy
thought I was
gets up and
asking to
says,
go full
he
Taken
says, will
style.
you marry me?
Yeah.
I get embarrassed in those situations.
It was kind of dope because he knocked both out in one time. She goes, yes. Gets down on a knee, yes. And then the rabbi stands up. They get married right there.
So in the aisle, he goes, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I got to just do one thing.
But I guess everyone around her
they knew.
except for her. Because this rabbi, dressed ridiculous by the way, obviously on steroids, gets up.
What do you mean?
He has a muscle shirt on.
Come on.
A chain.
What?
Shaved head.
What? He's a rabbi?
Huge. Clearly gay. Huge. Marries him.
A gay bodybuilder rabbi
Married him.
marries them.
Someone on this flight's listening to this show being like, that son of a bitch.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy, right? I've never seen it before.
And now we're gonna be married by my gold chain wearing muscle shirt.
It wasn't gold.
muscular-
It was a fake silver chain. Clearly.
fake
It was like
silver.
a thick Kanye West silver chain.
He's on testosterone and estrogen inhibitors, ladies and gentlemen. He's also a rabbi. He's gonna marry us now.
Right now.
And
Proposed,
give us-
married, boom, all in one.
Give us exercise tips.
That cost you $24.99 on Delta Airlines.
That's right. It's muscle and matrimony.
Suck your dick afterwards.
Why?
I don't know what it is
Why?
today.
Why?
I'm just.
Where did that come from and who? What are you saying?
I don't
Suck your
know,
dick
man.
Afterwards. Like who suck what?
He might suck the
Nope.
groom's dick.
Why would he do that?
Because it's $24.99, all inclusive.
It's not. You see?
Free food.
No. You had to say suck your dick afterwards. Afterwards, what? After the flight? Explain what your thought
After
process
he marries
was.
you, maybe you join the Mile High Club with.
He's a straight man who just asked a woman to marry him. Why in the world?
He
in the
swings
package-
both ways.
I don't know if that's true, sir.
I don't
know.
either.
Well, then
Bro,
why?
Hey, speaking of that,
Damn it.
how about we're walking around the city all day? You know, and I tell everyone, we got T-minus 40 minutes before my back seizes up, so you
yeah.
better pick which way you want to go.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lock up. I'm
Yeah,
going to lock up
you're
good.
gonna lock up.
I'm going to lock up good walking around fucking Mexico. So walking around, my dad goes, we should all get a massage.
Oh, boy.
Okay, Dad. Joe goes, oh, there's a place right here that I saw on our way down. It's like this shady green, says
Blinking light.
massage
Yeah.
with a finger blinking going, bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing. I went, I don't know if this is where we want to get a massage.
Yeah.
I look at my dad like, this isn't where we want to go.
Rub and tug.
Yes, sir. We go in there. They all get their foot massage.
Oh.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Really, everyone does. It costs, I think, $10.
Because
You knew it was a rub and tug because I had him do a full body massage on me, and I knew it was some bullshit because
they were doing it lame.
super lame, and the music. You
girl
can tell
smelled like
the guys are only in there for about 10 minutes at a time because the track would stop, and then you'd hear someone get up and like hit play again.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because you could tell guys were, and then I could tell someone was up because she grabbed my arm. She's like, "You sore?" And started like she almost gave me a Kimura. You know, I was like, "Ow, ow." She's like, "Oh, okay." Then she grabbed my foot and like ankle locked.
She
me
had
almost.
no idea what she was
No
doing.
idea. I was like, "Well, my foot doesn't bend that
Only
way."
specializes in
Only-
the dick.
In
In the male
she grabs your
genitalia.
dick. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Anything else, you're screwed.
Yeah. I'm not good with the torso, but your genitals. That's where I'll.
The back's not my specialty. Your dick, though?
Yeah. I'll rub you down.
I'll rub you down. Everyone got out. I said, hey, how'd the massage go? Everyone was like, it was terrible. I went, it's clearly a rub and tug. I could have told you that from when we walked in.
If I should tell.
I said, did anyone walk in alone? Did anyone go in the room alone? Everyone goes, no. I go, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. I'm going to tell a story. Yeah.
I can't wait for
I'm
this.
going to tell a story. So, yeah, I'm going to tell it.
Let's hear it, man.
It was my birthday.
How
and-
long ago?
Oh, this is 15 years ago, at least. It was my birthday, and I was dating a girl who I suspected was probably involved in that kind of stuff. I was dating her as in, like, she'd come over and we'd have sex. And she goes, I have a surprise for you for your birthday. And I said, all right. And she goes, come to my house. And I get to her house, and her friend's just there. And her friend gives me a hug. And her friend is super curvy.
Attractive?
Super curvy and super hot.
Okay.
In fact, way hotter than the girl that I was with. And I went, oh, gee. Oh, how you doing? I'm a young animal, and how are you? And okay.
Hi, I'm Bryan, the animal.
Yeah, and I'm not thinking anything. And my girl says, you got to lie down. And I go, all right. She goes, I'm going to give you a crazy massage. I go, massage, fucking come on, man. All right.
Come on, man.
I got shit to do. Let's bang. So she pours oil all over me.
All over your body.
And then pours oil on her.
What do you mean? Well, so oil on you and then oil on that
Baby oil on
curvy girl?
Nope. Baby oil on her and then baby oil on me.
You're both naked.
Yeah.
Raging boner.
Raging bonaire, but not yet, actually.
Bonaire.
Not even yet, because my bonaire, my willy's going, what's going on? I'm a little
He's a little weirded
well,
out.
Also, it's all the oil. I'm like, fuck, I gotta take a shower now. I'm just thinking, I got shit to do. I got shit to do.
It's a hassle.
Like, yeah, it's like, hey, let me put whipped cream on you. Nah, so, okay, oil. So she gets on me and starts moving on me. And the first thing I think is, well, that feels better than anything in the world. Oh, and by the way, she's done this a lot.
Because she knew what she was doing.
Oh, my Lord.
She's like Asa Akira in those videos.
Guess who comes in?
Who?
Her friend.
Butt naked. All right, now
Guess
we're
who
talking.
puts oil on herself?
This is a party.
Her friend.
This is a birthday gift. If I've
It's
ever
a
heard of
real
one.
birthday gift. And they go to work on me.
What do you mean work? Define work, Bryan.
Well, there's some rubbing. There's some tugging. There might
some
even be
fucking.
some. Might just be some fucking. There might be
There's some
fucking.
rubbing. There's some tugging. There's some fucking.
There's some fucking. Listen, guys, a long time ago.
It went down.
Went down, but
Hey,
it was,
man,
but here's the
Why
thing.
did you not marry this girl?
Here's the thing. Because the girl who was her friend was so overwhelmingly hot and looked so good naked that I was like, well, I'm in a candy shop, and I apparently got a little too into her friend and ended up finishing off things
With the
in
hot
that
friend.
direction.
And your girl got upset.
She got all kinds
What did
of
she
bunched up.
What did she
Don't
expect?
bring a 10.
I agree, man.
Don't bring an oiled up 10 on my birthday, put her in that position, and put El Animal,
oiled up 10?
take the chains off El Animal, El Skinny White Animal
With a
over
dick on
here,
him.
with a piece on him. What am I supposed to do? I went to town, is what I did.
You
And
enjoyed the night.
I enjoyed the night.
Was it the best birthday gift
Not only
ever?
best birthday gift ever, but I ended up getting scolded. There was all kinds of tension. She got really mad for a week.
She got jealous.
I was like, whatever.
Did you reach out to the curvy one?
The Kirby one ended up reaching out to me.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
You don't get
But
dicked
not-
down by the kid on his birthday and not
Yeah.
enjoy it.
6 months later, I got a little. I got
You
a
got
little
pregnant.
Ping. No. No,
I'm
man.
just off. All right, I'm off
Damn it.
today. I'm off
No.
today. You have
No.
twins.
No, I don't have twins.
Okay.
I have oiled up twins.
They came out oiled
They
up.
can't have all oiled up.
You got a ping? What do you mean ping? You got a text or back then a page?
Back then, a little.
You got a
can't remember, but
page.
I remember it might
You
have
got a
even
page and it said
It might have been-
911 AIDS.
I think it was a MySpace. I think it was a. Remember MySpace?
I
think
do
it was
remember
a
MySpace.
MySpace message, if I remember correctly. It was a MySpace message, and I was like, huh? And then cut to me trekking on over to her place.
So they were just probably business partners. So
Yes,
you were
they-
dating.
Oh, yes,
You
they
were
were.
basically dating a masseuse who gave happy endings.
That's correct.
And you figured out on your birthday.
That's right.
I'm not mad at it.
And her friend was as well. And
And then I'm assuming you broke up with the masseuse.
yeah, that never worked out. What a surprise!
I'm
What
not
a
mad at it.
surprise! No.
Yeah, when
I had a friend who dated a girl who worked with her. I'm sorry to interrupt because
go ahead, man.
I got to piggyback it.
all right.
And this is interesting, Keely. I want your female perspective on this because she would have sex with my buddy, and it turned her on that my buddy would have sex with her and then just throw $300 down on the bed and walk out like she was his little whore. And they used to do that all the time. So he would come in and
Every time they had sex?
he would make it a point not to kiss her, and she liked that he would just come in, have sex with her, throw the money down, and walk out, and it got her off.
You ever
And
heard
they did
anything like
They
that,
did
Kay?
that for a year.
Wait, so
She made bank.
they wouldn't make out or anything? She would just
He wouldn't.
He'd
Some days,
treat her like a
some
hooker,
days he'd
basically.
be like, "I'm not kissing you," and he'd just use her, three or nothing, and
You treat her like a hooker.
and they did that together for a year. Yeah,
Do you have any friends like that?
but I've heard
No,
girls.
but-
I've told girls say that, and they go, "That's hot."
Yeah.
See, you see,
I don't hate that idea.
Really?
Yeah.
isn't that interesting?
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting? Why? Why? Because it's just animal, and it's just
Something about like the whole manhandling thing.
yeah.
Everyone, that's why 50 Shades of Grey did so well, because like this domination, like
And before
girls
50
did
Shades,
that.
Oh, why? 'Cause-
everybody loved Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that scene. That
Oh yeah,
movie.
we're like shooting and then
Which was
rip
what?
clothes off
Like
and have
they would
sex on
start
the
off
ground.
being like very violent and like beating each other up, and then they turn into like just having sex the whole time.
And girls love that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a psychology there because after 50 Shades of Grey, that book, they were hardware stores. They had a news thing on it. Hardware stores were running out of the rope he used to tie her up with.
I'm not into that stuff. Are you?
I'm not, but I mean, I like
I mean, if the girl's
dominating.
hot enough, yeah, I'll put a noose around my piece. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But
I think
I'm really not. It's like, how about,
there's
how about we
limits.
just
I don't
get
know.
to it?
I'd imagine a guy like you attracts a lot of girls who want to be completely dominated and beaten up.
That is correct, Brian.
It's true. Have you ever had a girl say she wanted you to slap her around?
Yeah, I've had a girl ask me to slap her. I've had a girl ask me to punch her. I've had a girl ask me to choke her. Like,
Jesus.
choke.
See,
And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I'm not Ray Rice. And
Yeah.
then let's say for whatever reason this doesn't work out and you have pictures, you post that, Big Brown's career is over.
Yeah.
In entertainment, athletics,
Yeah.
over.
you're the guy who beats girls.
I don't do it.
Yet women, there's a caveman thing that a lot of women,
savage
from my
thing.
experience, really like.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, in fact, and nobody wants to talk about it, I would say it's more the norm than otherwise.
I agree.
And yet we live in a society like in academics institutions. I was reading this article about colleges, and now there's this whole thing called microaggression. So if you say something, if you say to a black guy, or you say to a Chinese person, and person of Asian orient, like if he's Chinese, and you say, "You speak English really well," or he suddenly feels like he's being that's a microaggression. So then he can go to a third party on campus because they'll talk to you about being treating people's
Oh, fuck
sensibility.
off. People
it
are
gets-
such bitches.
It gets worse, man. It's like, for example, if you're from Ethiopia originally and somebody says, "Where were you born?" and then you say, "I was born in Portland," and then they have a look of disappointment on their face because they expect you to be born somewhere exotic. That for him could be considered a microaggressive stance.
Can't be my friend.
Right, because,
I'd get kicked out of
because
school.
you know what? You're making me feel like an alien in my country of origin.
Oh, fuck off.
But this is the kind of complaints that are brought to the, ethics boards of colleges. This is very prevalent in colleges
For
now,
sure.
where you and what we've created, according to this paper, this was the argument, is not a culture of honor or a culture of dignity. We're creating a culture of victimhood. So that
Everyone's the victim, yeah.
I'm a victim. And because remember this, when you lodge a complaint and somebody uses a word like somebody says to another one was a black guy was talking and the white guy said, you speak, you're really articulate. And I understand a black person finding that offensive, going, "Oh, I'm black, so I can't speak." Well, I get it.
That's
but,
your own insecurities.
But when you go to a third party, an ethics committee, the problem is that ethics committee then can do things like mandate sensibility training to you, like sensitivity training. They can make you go to sensitivity classes. And the problem
no
is
school I've ever been
you're
to.
giving that third body a lot of power.
It's a ton of power.
And I don't agree with that. And instead of like retaliating in a different way, now you're creating what's called public shaming.
People are
You're
too
publicly shaming people for just an innocent.
you know, even nowadays on college campuses, if you're both, so let's say me and Kate we're in college, she gets drunk, I get drunk.
Right.
I can get and we both consent to have sex.
Yeah.
The next
You
day
can be
she
accused
wakes
of
up
rape.
with remorse.
Yeah.
I can be accused of rape.
Yes.
If she's drunk and I'm drunk.
Yeah.
What?
That's right.
The
And you need.
Why is it such
watch
a
this.
why is it such a big deal?
And you need
How
a-
many times have you slept with a girl and the next day I'm like, dude, you took down that dragon? And you're like, oh yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah.
But there's no remorse on the guy's side. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get no help.
That's right. I mean, it's so ridiculous. It gets even worse where there are a lot of legislation that's being pushed by these people, these academics, which are essentially you have to hear a verbal yes. You have to hear a verbal yes. So hey, do you want to have sex? Did you say yes? It's like on the airplanes. The FAA requires that you say if you're in the emergency row exit, are you willing to assist somebody in an emergency?
'cause that's
You have
sexy.
to say yes. Oh, but now keep this in mind. This is the kind of shit that happens. You've got authorities, these people in these colleges, these academic people who are saying, whoever they are, they're pushing this sort of, and a lot of it's the students. They're trying to control what you say in a bedroom in an intimate
How ridiculous
setting
is that?
with another person. Are
I'll
you
mix
kidding?
it up on you.
Are you
Do
kidding?
you like puppies? Yeah. Do you want to have sex? And see,
Yeah.
it's all in one.
Right.
Do you like Twizzlers? Yes. You want to have sex?
Yeah.
I heard yes. Okay.
Exactly.
And then we're drunk.
But what if
Now you're dealing with tyranny. This is tyrannical. This is exactly what those
Tyrants!
people are. They are tyrants. They're way more interested in control than they are in equalizing.
Have you
the
seen
playing
how
field.
I don't know if it's current event. If it is, stop me. Of how the University of Missouri, the football team, and other students basically took a stand to get the president fired, and
Yeah.
he resigned today.
Yeah, I heard that. What was the circumstance? I was just listening to
The way he handled a racist situation, right? Is it a current event for you, or no? If not,
It was one of the backups.
well, so basically, and now he got even more screwed because the football team, the
got behind it.
Well, the leader, the guy who started this, and said, "I'm not going to eat." He hasn't eaten in 8 days.
He went on a hunger
He
strike.
goes, "I'm not going to eat until this guy resigns. The president resigns." He was a former football player, and he's getting his master's at Missouri. Wow. So you have a former football player who takes that stand. Well, guess who's going to follow suit?
All the young guys.
current football players.
Yeah.
So then the football team goes, "We're not playing unless this guy resigns." He resigned this morning. That's the power of the people. Take notes,
What
athletes.
did this
UFC.
guy do? He must have done something pretty bad.
I don't know exactly what. I know it was the way he dealt with certain racist situations. Like there was some sort of African American group, and a student went by and dropped the N-word, and it was brought to his attention. And he did nothing about it. There's been certain situations. I know.
That
I know
sounds,
it's very
that sounds
very
like,
vanilla,
some of that
but
stuff can be
no.
mob
He
mentality.
did
you know.
some bad shit for
Yeah.
sure. Do you know exactly Ev or no?
It says that the issue was his name's Tim Wolf. Tim Wolf's lack of response to a recent spat of racist incidents on campus.
He did nothing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him fired.
Tough. So now you get in trouble for doing nothing. But the question is, what would you do? And it's a tough one.
Not nothing.
You
Can't do nothing.
My problem is that you are then being tried and convicted not by a court but by public opinion and by hearsay, and that's very dicey stuff. It's very dicey.
I don't know, man. I just like the power of the people.
Well, that's why you have juries. Juries are exactly the point of that is to be judged by your peers.
But how dope is it now? Athletes have the power. Hey, every athlete in the NCAA, take notes. You guys want to get paid? Stop playing football right now.
100%.
Because the only reason he resigned is someone came to him and was like, "Listen, man, Missouri's not going to play this weekend unless you get the fuck out of there. We're going to lose a lot of money. We need you to make some moves." Now, if just students do that, they still get the tuition. You know what I'm saying? They still get all their money.
Yeah.
But when you get football involved, which is their powerhouse, Missouri's powerhouse, especially in the SEC, that's where all the money comes from. So when you stop that income, they're going, no, we need to make changes here. So every athlete, whether it's UFC, NCAA, whatever it is, if all of you collectively get together and someone says, we're not doing shit to something changes are going to be made because they're going to miss out on so much money.
You also, though, want to have checks and balances against mob rule, but I agree that that's what they should do. Every fighter should do.
That's not
every
mob rule.
player,
You're
yeah.
not-
No, every
you're-
player
big
should
difference.
do that.
Big
No, I agree with you.
difference.
Every player, because you're fighting the NCAA, and I agree that after a
You're
while,
fighting the NCAA.
you're
In UFC,
unionizing.
you're fighting basically three guys.
Yeah.
The Fertittas and Dana. You're fighting three guys. There is no show without the talent. But you all have to get on board.
Yeah.
It wasn't one Missouri player got on board. They all got on
Yeah.
board. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
If Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, and Baylor all went, you know what? There is no playoff systems unless we get paid. Guess what? They're going to make some changes.
they're going to make some changes.
But again, good luck getting all those guys on board.
Yeah, it's very tough. But that it raises a lot of questions, man. You just have to be really careful with all of this sort of this policing on campuses. That's what I worry about. Because good people then no longer can be themselves. Like honest little mistakes or just colloquialisms you can be crucified for.
Well, do you
It's
see?
just gross.
This is what's interesting. Do you think? Because now with social media, with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever all those accounts, right? With all these accounts, everyone has a voice now. Everyone has a voice. I think it's good and bad.
Well, my issue is that
Everyone has a voice.
Yes, my issue though is
Whether it's body shaming, whether it's hating on something.
Yeah.
I always think it's interesting whenever we post a shirt or whoever on it, our new shirts on it, posted a post on it. We posted the collab, and we've had it. You're gonna get haters, whatever. But you'll get something where someone just says something so mean, right? It's just like, what the fuck? And that person has a voice, right?
Yeah.
So everyone has a voice, no matter what.
Yeah.
To me, I remember looking at it. I obviously delete it, block the person. Doesn't bother me at all. It's whatever. What I thought was interesting is what, because I can't even fathom this. There's certain things I see online where I hate it.
Yeah.
I would never go to a comment section and put at Bryan Callen, your special sucks.
Yeah.
To me, it's so weird. I almost want to.
just does
I almost
no
want to
good.
find that person and be
doesn't.
like, when you posted this,
Yeah.
I just want to know, what did you? What were you trying to accomplish? Do you think when you post certain stuff, Brian's gonna read it, or I'm gonna read? Like, you know what? He's right.
I
Whatever.
think some people though they see somebody getting a lot of attention, and they don't think it's earned, so they just see that everybody thinks the guy's great because they're just on the bandwagon.
But you
and
give
then
him
that
more
one,
attention.
Yeah, and then
You
that one
followed
dissenter
him.
says, yeah,
You followed him,
Yeah.
and then made a comment and gave him more attention.
yeah, yeah. That's a weird situation.
Isn't it
I've
weird?
never done that.
I to me, I can't.
Well, I
To
think
me, I can't fathom
you're
it.
too busy.
I don't have any friends either, though.
You're too busy.
You're right.
I mean, in other words, how in the world would you have time to occupy your brain with putting someone else down when you have so much to do? When you're trying to be really good at something, when you're trying to build something, podcast, a show, whatever, it requires all your faculties, all your creativity. You don't have time to go on someone's comment blog page and go, "Hey, you suck." That actually takes away from your mindset and what you're doing. I think it just goes back to trying to be the best you can at anything, and it'll inform in a good way all the other stuff you're
I
doing.
thought it was so weird. I have a friend who he's a cornerback for the Washington Redskins, and someone put a comment to him, said, "You're the worst cornerback I've ever fucking seen. You got burnt this many times." And his reply was great. He goes, "Well, thanks for thinking about me, and obviously you follow me. Thanks for the publicity." You know, just like,
Yeah.
obviously you took time to follow me and retweet this to your followers.
Yeah.
There's something going on here.
It's really
so weird. And then you see Ariana, is that how you say it? Ariana Grande? Is that how you say her name? Someone was hating on her physique. And she doesn't really comment on anything, right? Like with the jagillion followers. But I guess this one guy was body shaming her so bad, she put at, well, I don't know his name, we'll call him Dickface, at Dickface, and just tore into him and was like, "Oh, really? No, because I don't look like this or because I don't have these curves," and just belittled him.
Wow.
And then same thing with, I forget who it is, but one of the famous, might have been Kelly Rowland, one of those girls. Oh, no, it was Beyonce's sister. Posted a picture of her son, and she doesn't post any pictures because she hates like the negativity of it. And she hasn't posted a picture in a while. Posted a picture of her son, and some guy put like, "Your boy is ugly. I hope he doesn't grow up to look like you."
Damn.
She finds out all the 1,000 comments, puts at, we'll call him Jackass McGee, at Jackass McGee. This is the exact reason I do not post for people just like you. I thought it was a safe environment to post a picture of my adorable son. Hopefully he doesn't have to grow up around people like you. Literally just, but I think when people do that, the guy's probably reading like, fuck, she actually saw it.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's a really weird. I mean, the one thing I don't like a lot about George W. Bush necessarily, I don't think he was the greatest president, but one of the things he said is that you've been very quiet about Obama. You haven't said anything bad. And he said, it just doesn't do any good.
It never does.
It does no good. Why would I criticize Barack Obama? He's got a really hard job.
I'm trying to do that in my own personal life because
well, it's a mindset.
I noticed it. It's a mindset. I noticed it at my wedding, or not my wedding, at my brother's wedding. There were certain groups, and whenever they would isolate themselves from the group, they would back talk the other group, and it made me feel nasty. I didn't add to it, but I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Yes.
And then people do it without even knowing. I'm like, oh man, you know who's the best I've ever seen about? You could go up to Chael Sonnen and be like, how about Shad, man? He looked like shit that last fight. Chael would find a positive in that fight.
Yeah, I bet.
When I trained with Chael, I would say, even a guy he was fighting, when he was fighting, I forget what fight we were training together for. He was fighting, I forget. But I said something negative about his skill set. And Chael goes, but this. And it was always positive. And then I was like, all right, well, that's just this one time. The next day, I said something about this analyst I had to work with. I didn't like him. Not a lot of people like him. Chael found the positive in it. But I just remember, like, God,
I think that's huge.
I went, God damn, that's a good quality.
It's a damn
That is
good quality.
Such a good quality.
Because it's a mindset.
Because negativity doesn't do anything.
What does it do? You know what it does? You know, negativity and criticism always takes pressure off of you. It's like it's fun to make fun of other people, but it's actually taking.
But
the
no
pressure
one
off.
likes it. You know, no one really enjoys it. But
Well, I
if-
yelled at
if-
my friends for going bad on their social. They were just like going bad on all these people on social media, like Vine guys who sucked and stuff. And I was like, guys, there's a better place for your energy. You know, there are real issues in the world that you could learn about. Going bad on people and talking bad about people, like people,
It's
like you're
weird.
being a fucking gossip.
or
hound.
I was at coffee with this person, and she started hating on like the girl on the the Herd show and these other girls who you know are in the network.
Because
stuff
she
like
wants
that.
to be part of that same
She wants
business.
to be part of that.
Yeah.
And she starts hating on these girls, and I had to stop her. I went, the reason why you're not where you want to be in life is for this exact reason.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Those girls, they don't hate on anyone.
No.
They're working.
They're busy getting
They're
better.
busy working.
Yes.
And I asked, and she goes, well, they're just pretty. And I'm like, no. If you've ever been around those girls, which I have
They're a lot more
my
than pretty.
entire life, they're very talented. Oh, and witty and a lot funnier than you.
Yeah.
Hate to be shitty about it.
And you know what? They have
Oh, and
good
guess
attitudes.
what? And their work ethic is ridiculous.
Yeah. And they're fun to work around. They're fun to be around. They're positive people.
And like you said, guess who doesn't have the time to talk shit or be negative? A busy person. Yeah. And guess what? If you want something done, what do? You give it to a busy person. Because they're busy for a reason. They have a work ethic for a reason.
Yeah. I see that a lot. This victimhood where people are the architects of their own misery. You see it all the time.
Self-sabotage.
I know the world's against you. There are good excuses. The world is against you. Problem is when you say the world's against me to yourself, when you say this is really hard, when you say, this is tough, the problem is it doesn't matter. It's noise. And all you're doing is putting an obstacle in front of you.
Well, everyone has those problems. No one's trying to hear that mess, man.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happened to you. It doesn't matter if you lost all your limbs. What matters is results. And you want the results. So how are you going to get them? That's it. Let's talk about, let's do a little, before we do a little dropping knowledge, I just want to give a shout out. I don't know if you know this, but for me, dressing well.
You've really stepped your game up, buddy.
I've
This to be in all seriousness.
I've stepped my game up
I'm not mad at that sweater at all.
because what it's
I'm
about
not
is
crazy about those boots. We'll
you got to build a wardrobe. You got to build a wardrobe.
It's tough. It takes time, Callan.
It takes time. The other problem is that for me to build a wardrobe means I got to go and actually go to the store
Try it on.
and try stuff on and cross match. That's never happening.
It's exhausting.
It's never happening. But
Either you don't have time or you don't want to do it. Most guys don't want to do it.
yeah,
I'm one of the few who like to do it.
you are one of the few,
I love it.
which is why you brought me to 5'4"
For
clothing.
this exact reason.
5'4".
Well,
You said, dude, this is a perfect company for you.
Yep.
Great clothes.
Yep.
They
I've known
send
these
you
guys forever.
great guys. They send you articles of clothing. They wear all of those guys. When Anush came here, he was wearing all 5'4". They wear.
they do, yeah,
they
they
wear
believe it.
their own product.
Good quality.
Yeah, they wear their own product. It looks great.
If you go to
that says a lot, by the way.
if
when
you go to 54club.com, you'll see you go through the steps. It's
Yeah.
basically what's your style? Is it
casual,
business,
Yeah.
sport, and then you pick your colors. I like to peacock, so I'll wear bright colors or shiny stuff, whatever. I like.
they got understated colors, whatever it is.
Yeah, man. So you go through, and then every month during this club, they give you something to add to your wardrobe.
Yeah, it just shows
and,
up.
Oh yeah, and it's in the season, whether it's fall, summer, spring. It's what's cool, right? What's cool.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're not like Big Brown, you're not reading GQ and looking at freaking Kanye West for inspiration. These guys take care of that.
Well,
and they're gonna give you what works.
They
for your
have a
wardrobe.
design team. Like they have. A
Oh,
design,
yeah.
Like we went.
You
saw
met the design
The
team.
design team. There's a room where they literally design stuff. There's like I saw about 6 people who are actually designing the stuff right there.
Yeah, it's not even a personal stylist. It's more of like you're just adding to your. So if you already have style, like Big Brown,
It's like having a
or you're
personal
like Talon,
shopper in a way.
It's kind of like having a personal shopper, but just specifically for you.
Yeah, and it's $60 a month.
$59.99 a month. You
Yeah.
get dope stuff. And
But it's
for
really
the
good
Fire and the Kid
quality.
Army right now, enter the promo code FIGHTER, and you get these dope aviators. I actually wore them today.
Let me see.
You
Put
guys
them
are
on.
watching the video portion.
Put them on. Not bad. I'm
You're
not mad at
at
him.
these.
Not
Like
mad at him.
fucking Tom Cruise.
Classic.
That's
aviators.
54club.com, promo code FIGHTER right now.
And they come with a Harley Davidson.
Aviators and a discount
They
if
come
you use
with a
that.
Harley Davidson and a plane.
And a plane.
Yeah. I got to check.
And a pair
I'm
of
not
leather
sure.
gloves.
They might come with one of those old-fashioned biplanes. Either way. 54club.com.
Enter promo code FIGHTER right now.
Just go to the
Get you
website.
some.
Just go to the website and
I
see what
guarantee
you
you
think.
guys won't.
Yeah.
You'll love it.
Yeah.
I promise.
You'll
And you'll
actually
see
look
all
really
the live shows. I rock 5-4, just like I did in Brea.
Yes, you
I'll be
did.
rocking Arizona this Thursday night. I can't wait.
Oh, this Thursday night.
You know how
Tempe
crunk I was
Improv.
coming from Mexico to do the podcast and the live shows?
it's gonna be
I
sick.
love it, man.
It's gonna be
I
sick.
love it.
We got, and then after that we got
Ontario.
13th, 14th, 15th. I'm at the Tempe Improv doing stand up. You know what I keep forgetting? I'm gonna be at San Antonio the 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Ooh, bring
At
your
Laugh
David
Out
Robinson
Loud.
jerseys.
Laugh Out Loud Comedy. I'll be there November 20th, 21st, 22nd. I'm excited.
Bryan
San
Callen
Antonio.
and Ginobili all in one.
Yep. On it. All you guys down at On It in Austin, come up to my show
That's
in San
far,
Antonio.
but yeah, they could.
It's actually 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not bad. Drive on up.
We'll tell
Tickets
Aubrey
on.
and have him
If you
announce
work
it.
for On It, tickets are on me.
Ooh,
that?
they have a lot of employees.
Whatever.
Aubrey Whitney Miller, get your ass to see Bryan Callen in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Back to Tempe Improv. So the Thursday night show is sold out with the Fire and the Kid live show. But that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Bryan the Kid Callen is there by himself, killing it. Sell that bitch out. TempeImprov.com.
Let's do some dropping knowledge.
Oh, yeah, what do you got?
Well, I wanted to talk to you because we were looking at certain people that suggest you can put on 36 pounds of muscle in 4 months or 2 months or 3 months. You can lose all this weight
That's
in
all
such a short period of
bullshit.
time. And how when you eat, mainly a fat-based diet, you have way more energy. Or if you eat, a vegan diet, you are somebody who had to see real results in real time as an athlete over many, many years. I remember they told you to put on 20 pounds of muscle. It took you
college.
a year and a half.
Year and a half.
Eating and working
So
out.
you're dropping knowledge is just kind of dieting advice?
I want to talk about
real advice.
I want to give some real dieting advice, and I want to get it from you.
Well, if you don't get me wrong, I love Muscle and Fitness. They have great tips. But if you any of those magazines or blogs, it's all bullshit.
Well-
because they have to come up with these gimmicks to constantly keep you interested.
Well, I started this.
Build your chest.
I started this
3
because
weeks.
I come up to Brendan and I go like this. I go, dude, I don't know what's going on. I got to go to the doctor. My stomach is literally killing me, and I'm farting like the way a skunk would when a wolf is chasing it. Like where it's just like
Like a machine
I
gun.
was like, again? Like
Gatling gun.
shouting out of my
You're a
ass.
skunk with a Gatling gun
Yeah,
out of your ass.
yeah. My ass wasn't even farting. It just sounded like, hey, and it's hey. And I was a human skunk, and you said, hey,
Are you taking creatine?
are you taking creatine? I go, every morning. You go, let's stop doing that right now. And guess what? Not a stomach issue at
Feel
all.
better, huh?
Yeah. Dripping out of my dick. But other than that, no.
Your
Not
dick has a
stomach.
runny nose.
Other than
you
that,
feel
I'm
good.
sure that's probably the residual.
Well, what did I
creatine.
tell you? What the thing is, people think the diet, there's these crazy gimmicks to lose weight fast, build muscle now. Anyone who packages anything like that, I don't care who they are. Look at them. And if it's all gimmicks and bullshit. But you got to package it different ways, because how are you going to sell Muscle Magazine every month? You got to come up with new
You
shit
gotta
to
come up with
package
5
it.
steps to bigger arms.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
No, you want bigger arms? Train your arms.
Yeah.
Train your arms.
Workout.
Eat
Eat good
clean.
food. Eat clean.
There's no shortcuts.
But you even
And
said
if there
eating
are-
clean
if
is
there
not
are-
paleo when you're trying to work out. You have to eat some grains and stuff.
It depends. I do. If you're an athlete, if you have I can't do entertainment and not eat carbs. There's
you go.
no way.
There you go.
These shows are gonna suck. There's no way.
You need
That's all fake. That's all bullshit. If you want to get in shape, it's not eat less. It's eat the right foods. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So more greens, more clean protein, stuff like that.
But
that
also,
stuff.
everybody's body's different too. Some people might do
For
better
the
with
mo-
higher fat. I don't know.
The majority don't. The majority of fucking human beings aren't made to run on an all fat diet.
Right.
You're just not. Why are you doing that?
I could never do it.
Why would you do it?
Yeah.
Why would you be on all
It's so
that
funny
diet?
because when I was reading all the stuff about paleo diets, I was like, I'm going to try this paleo stuff. And the first thing people said is, bro, you look really skinny. Your face looks old. I was like, nah, it's paleo. And then I would have a 9-grain pancake on a Sunday.
Feel great.
And feel fucking amazing all day.
Well, the thing is so when you see like these magazines or who even athletes on these covers of magazines or a photo shoot, they're like that for about an hour. They're literally in that shape for an hour, and they're not very healthy. So if you see an athlete on a front cover like J.J. Watt on the cover of Muscle and Fitness, where they airbrush his abs, obviously he doesn't have a six-pack, they airbrush his abs.
Come on.
Obviously and clearly airbrush and Photoshop.
Hey,
so
man.
when they do that, and he's for that Photoshop, go play a football game after that. No, he's not going to do it.
No.
Phil Heath on the front cover, or when he does Mr. Olympia, ask Phil Heath to solve 10 times 10. Can't do it. Needs carbs.
Wow.
All it's just fake.
Yeah.
But we have this kind of stigma and this kind of perception that that's what's healthy. That's unrealistic. That is not real.
Right.
Like you told me, hey, is it possible to gain 36 pounds in how long?
4 months.
No,
3 months. 3 months.
3 months. So 12 weeks? Nope. Not without the help of steroids. That's
need steroids.
physically impossible.
You could do it with steroids, but even then it's really hard.
Even with steroids, it would be challenging. But with steroids, you take enough steroids, you might be able to get there.
Human growth
A
steroids,
real
yeah.
human trying to do that naturally, 36 pounds in 12 weeks, is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. In Division I football, I had all the food I can handle, all the supplements I can handle, no steroids, and they wanted me to gain 20 pounds. Took a year and a half. Granted, I was younger, I was in college, but 20 pounds of muscle, you know how much that is?
It's a lot.
To change your body dynamics?
20 pounds of muscle is 10 pounds of muscle is a shitload.
A
What do you mean
ton.
10 pounds? Take a steak, a pound steak, a 1 pound steak, and then take 10 of them and stack them up, and that's how much
But now think about just trying to add that muscle.
on a bone structure that doesn't want it.
No.
On a metabolism that doesn't
it's not
want it.
natural.
Yeah. You got to eat, not do any cardio, and just lift.
Like when you see Will Smith for that movie Ali, you think that's natural? You think he walked on the set like that?
Sir.
He did a training camp,
In Legend.
got on some supplements.
Yeah.
100%.
I would imagine in
Training
Legend, his
3
body's
times
so
a day.
ridiculous he had to have been doing something.
100%. You think Brad Pitt walks around like he looked like he did on Fight Club?
Or Troy?
Come on.
How about Troy?
But for it fucks us because for us we think that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we need to get to. It's unrealistic.
Yeah. I want Brad Pitt's body in Troy.
Tiny little man. I don't.
Brad? 6'1"?
No,
100%.
I disagree.
Evan, please look up Brad Pitt's height. And I'm going to go with 6'1" tall. It's pretty tall. He's got a very good
I think he weighed 160 in that movie.
For Fight Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like unhealthy level of body fat.
160.
There's like
only
3% body fat.
160. I have to see that.
He's 5'11".
Yeah, of course he is. And he was 160 in that movie. But no, you want to look like that.
And he was 160.
Yeah, because everyone says that. I want to look like Brad Pitt off Fight Club. And he gave his actual stats. And when people say that, this is going to be great because the message boards are people who say that.
Yeah.
And people just clown on him and post his actual stats.
Really?
Yeah.
So he
Welcome
was-
to the real world.
Well, it was like when Sylvester Stallone did Rocky 3. You're probably too young to remember, but everybody's like, his body, he was doing steroids. We know that now. But his body was so shredded. And it turned out he was actually only 155 pounds in that movie. And you're like, that's a small guy. 5'9", maybe. You know? You're like, oh, you're a small dude.
Like I told you that.
Yeah. Small dude. Which is part of the reason you put on a lot of muscle.
Well, it's not the reason, but that's why they look so shredded, those smaller guys.
Yeah.
So
So the dropping knowledge would be
don't be a dumbass.
eat clean.
You're not gaining 50 pounds of muscles in 3 days.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all a gimmick.
You're talking about the way to get healthy, the way
smoke
to
and
be
mirrors.
healthy is work out, eat well.
It's all
What
moderation.
does eat well mean to you?
Well, but it's like that. I was reading Times on my way to Mexico, how the red meat, that whole preservatives and all that
Yeah.
stuff. If you ate that every day, your chances of colon cancer are 6% higher. And then they break down. They go, but what does this really mean? Well, anyone's chance of getting colon cancer is like less than 12%.
Well, it's
If
only
you-
6% of the population to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that 6%,
So you have an 18% higher risk of colon cancer, apparently, if you eat a lot of,
a shitload of that.
yeah, apparently processed meats.
Keep on keeping
According
on,
to
man.
the one study they did.
Keep on keeping on.
Well, processed meats, I guess, have nitrates, and nitrates
when
are
you
considered.
grill them, the nitrates are what get you in trouble.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They make it way worse.
Wow. So nitrates are probably not good for you. So you don't want to be eating processed meat every day.
Even if you
But who
are, I bet
does?
you're going to be fine.
Well, they said it's not even close to the kind of risk you get when you smoke cigarettes.
No.
And alcohol actually causes alcohol in excess causes a lot of mouth cancers and stuff, which I didn't know.
So it's
lot.
funny. It's like, what do? Stop eating red meat? Fuck, we're born to eat red meat. That's
Well,
what
indigenous
we do.
populations ate a lot of red meat.
Of course. Fuck
Yeah.
off. All these studies. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Come on.
So you're
Just
saying
live.
Be
don't-
moderate.
Be moderate in everything. In everything.
There you go. That's from an
You
athlete.
don't need to do cardio, fasted cardio for 2 hours.
Well, who can sustain
What?
that? You can't sustain
I'm
that.
sorry. What do you have coming up?
Yeah.
Spring break?
You can't sustain
What
it.
are you doing?
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
My wife has this theory where when she meets women who like are housewives, but they do ultra marathons or they do 5 triathlons in a row, she's like,
bodies look like shit.
they are running away from something. There's something going on in that marriage. Things aren't going so well. You know, I mean, I can
I don't
understand.
know if that's
I
fair.
can understand challenging yourself, but any extreme behavior is fun to watch, but sometimes it can come with baggage.
Any extreme behavior? Well, I was watching. You definitely don't watch it, but on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, there's a gay rapper, and he came out. Oh, it's the best.
Have you heard everything that's happening now with them?
I haven't, but I listened to him on. This is literally my favorite show. It's called The Breakfast Club.
Oh.
It's The Breakfast Club with Charlemagne and I forget the rest of the crew. I watch it every morning. That's how I start my mornings now. I watch that show and then I read news. So he was on there and they were just asking about certain stuff. And they said, "Do you think some rappers think it helps you that you're gay now in today's society?" And he was like, "Just destroyed that." He's like, "No, not at all. It actually hurts me." But they were saying, "Do you think there's other rappers in the game?" And he goes, "This come from a gay man who's been, not out for many years, gay rapper." He goes, "Anyone in society who is so against gays is hiding something from my experience." He goes, anyone who's just complete like hating on gays,
Oh, yeah.
he goes, they're usually fighting an inner demon
Well, it's
because they're gay.
the guys who beat the shit out of gay people, like the gay bashers. There's something going on with that guy. That guy is clearly
In the famous
wanting to
words of
fuck.
Joe Rogan, it's because they're worried on how delicious dicks will taste.
There you go. That's exactly right. I mean, come on.
What's been going on with this guy?
So Miles, the rapper, and Milan,
Yeah.
they're not together anymore now.
So let me fill the listeners in, Brian. And so Miles and Milan, Milan is like a big time producer in Hollywood.
But
Huge.
he's out.
He's been
He's
out.
out. Okay.
And there's been rumors that Milan and
Milan and Miles.
and Miles were dating, but it was never confirmed. But on the show, it came out.
Damn.
So what's the current status?
So they're not together anymore. They broke up, and Miles actually beat the shit out of Milan. Like they
Ooh.
got into an altercation, and he punched him and did all.
Dude,
this.
a
and now
cop
there's, like-
told, I didn't mean to call you dude, but a cop told me the worst cases are domestic violence
Yes.
with 2 dudes.
Yes.
Gay dudes.
Stabs in the face. A lot of face
Because
stabbing.
they fight like lovers,
Yeah.
but it's 2 dudes
Dudes.
who fight like dudes.
Yeah.
They try to rip each other's dicks off
Yeah.
like chimpanzees.
Yep.
Chimpanzees.
Chimpanzees?
Chimpanzees.
Like the chimpanzee.
it's crazy.
They go right for the jaw.
Let's go some current events with Evan the Barty the Beard.
Hey, you know what the problem is, though?
What?
Well, I'm always getting people coming to my door, and I just can't be there 24/7.
You can't?
I can't.
It's important that you do, though.
I know. Well, what am I going to do? I was thinking about hiring a security guard so he can be there, and then what he can do is take a picture of the person and then send it to me, and
I'm
I can
not
look on
mad
my
at
phone,
that.
and I can be like, all right, shoot him or allow him through.
Well, what if you hired a chimpanzee to stay at the front?
A chimpanzee is expensive, and they're also really unpredictable.
I agree. He
And-
might rip everyone's dick off that comes in the door.
That's true.
Or face.
Yes, they like to rip. They like to attack the genitals and the face, and that's fine if the guy's a really bad person.
But the other thing is, I heard chimpanzees don't like to work during the day, and
They're lazy.
95%.
Chimpanzees are super lazy.
Dude, and check this out:
Yeah.
95% of home break-ins happening during the day while you're gone, while you're at work,
There,
while
I
you're
knew
doing
it.
podcasts.
Do they ring your doorbell to see if you're home?
Yeah, man, they ring it, they see what's going on, and then
I just wish I could.
they steal your stuff.
I wish that I could get something where if somebody did ring my bell, like Wait a minute.
You wish you could see him?
Yeah.
Well, what if I told you that there's a device? Yeah, there's a device, and guess what? It was
Yeah.
named Time Magazine's top 10 gadgets of 2014.
Go
They
on.
prevent burglaries before they even happen. You can see who's at your door from your mobile device.
Stop it right
Yeah,
now.
they ring the doorbell. Ring.com. They ring it,
Yeah.
and it's basically a camera. You can see who's at your door, whether it's UPS, whether it's a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but what if
trying
I'm
to
in
break
Costa Rica and they're in Denver and my house is in Denver? I mean, I can't do it that way.
You can
I?
still
Can I?
do
Can
it,
I?
my man, wherever you're at. Installing Ring takes minutes, and it works either way. Either way, your current wiring or it has a rechargeable battery. It's super easy. Prevent burglaries before it even happens, unless you can afford 2 chimpanzees.
Yeah.
If you can afford 2 of them, that's probably
Well,
better than Ring.
but you've got to
it's getting
train
expensive.
the chimpanzee.
Licensing, it's
Yeah.
tough, man.
Yeah.
Ring.com right now. Ring.com/fighter for free FedEx shipping. That's ring.com/fighter. With Ring,
wait a minute.
you always home.
Hold on. You can also talk to anybody at your door from anywhere in the world using your smartphone. So when they ring your bell, you can go, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on?" And they're like, "Hi." And like, "What are you doing at my doorstep? Why do you have that toolkit? And why do you have a hood on over your face?"
Yeah, I don't know,
Or a
man. You
face
lost me
mask.
a little bit there.
You can talk to the person, which I actually am just realizing on your smartphone. You can be anywhere in the world. If they're at your door and they're in another country, you can be like, "Hey,
Hey, I'm always home.
how you doing? I'm always home.
I'm home.
I got ring.com. You always home.
Ring.com. I'm home.
I'm home." That's good.
Ring.com. I ain't going nowhere.
That's good too.
Ring.com. I'm on vacation, but I'm home.
That's very good.
Do you like that one?
Yeah, that's good.
Ring.com. I'm not here, but I'm home.
Ring.com. You creeping on my crib?
Yeah.
You creeping on my crib? Dude, that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Hey, you lurching around my lair? Ring.com. You lingering around my lair?
Ring.com. I can't afford chimpanzees, so I got Ring.com.
I don't really like that
You don't
one.
like that one?
Yeah.
Ring.com. I was all out of hippos, so I got Ring.com.
Ring.com. Not near my nest.
Ring.com. Rip your dick off.
Hey, bro, we're doing a commercial, and you had to go there again. No.
Ring.com/fighter, free shipping.
You'd have to have a huge mechanical arm that was like, "I'll take that."
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't have that. That's not part of the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, you can
just-
see who's at your door.
Yeah, and talk to them from anywhere in the world. And it takes minutes to install. All right?
Boom.
Yeah.
Ring.com.
Longest commercial of all time.
Promo code fighter. Longest.
Fighter.
You home. You always home.
You home.
I can't stop.
You home.
Oh, I'm home.
Somebody's home. Ring.com.
Ring.com. Roof. Ring.com.
It's what I do on
I'm
my
not physically there, but I'm home.
Okay, and
And
ring
the
my-
burglar's just gonna be confused as fuck. Like, wait, is he here or not?
Ring-
Oh, I'm here.
Ring the doorbell.
So
Watch
open
this.
the door, but I'm not home.
Ring the doorbell. Watch this.
Ding dong.
Hello.
Is anyone home?
Fido. Oh. Yeah, my tack-trained German Shepherd, you stupid burglar. Go find another house, you dummy.
Well, this sounds like a recording.
No, it's not. Hold on.
Well, that dog sound. Oh no, I'm gonna steal everything you got.
house.
No, I'm gonna steal everything you got.
Get away from my house.
Wait, is this Ring.com for 2014 Device of the Year from
Yeah.
Time Magazine?
Yeah.
I don't want any.
See what happened? And you ran
I'm
away.
gonna run off. You always home.
Yep.
You never leave.
What would be good is if you had also a remote control thing when you saw somebody with Ring.com and you looked at it and go, "Do you like wasps?" And they're like, "Excuse me," and then you hit a button and a nest of wasps.
It doesn't do that, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We don't want listeners to think if they buy Ring.com
that they're going to get
comes
stung by
with
wasps.
a package full
No,
of hornets.
what I would do is I would have hornets. I would set up my own hornet.
Licensing is
my
expensive.
hornet
And
sabotage.
what happens? You know what the problem is?
What?
And we're gonna get off this. But if the burglar's allergic to wasps, dies on your property, it's gonna get expensive. Then
that's true.
then his family sues you.
Well, then
But
I,
if you have baboons sitting at the front and you have Ring, when they come up and the baboon's just like, he's not
Baboons?
even coming up there.
But baboons. I call them baboons
Baboons?
because I'm super educated and I'm from England.
Yeah.
But the baboons are
They're unstable.
They're unstable and they have super sharp teeth.
That's the point.
But if it's the mailman, now you got a problem with the post
Well,
office.
no. I bring the mailman first. The baboon sniffs him. He passes. The mailman gives them a Twizzler each. Passes. There you go.
I never thought of that.
You give them Twizzlers. It works every time.
That's a long go, dude.
Yeah.
That's when something really
the longest
dawns on
read
me.
of all time. What do you got, Ev? Current events.
Current events with Evan, the body, the beard.
All right, first current event.
What kind of pants would you say you're wearing right now?
Pair of joggers.
Yeah.
Are those joggers?
Yeah.
With those boots.
Hmm.
Those boots have got some heavy lips on them, don't
Yep.
Would you
Sure
say
do.
those boots weigh 5 pounds each?
they? Yeah.
Probably.
The
There's
sole
some hefty ones.
They look durable as fuck.
the sole adds about 4 inches to your height.
I saw Drake wearing those.
They're high heel
So-
boots.
Yeah, kind of. A little
Yeah,
bit.
platform boots. They're good.
Anyways,
I don't buy a lot of shoes, so I kind of have to just rock one pair for a really long time, so I get really durable pairs.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably smart.
Yeah. Low maintenance. Anywho.
Okay, you could
Enough
use
about
a
me.
new pair of workout shoes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
The front are talking to us.
No, it's because I was on a skateboard on my stomach and I tried to brake, so I used
Oh,
my
and it burnt
foot.
the front?
Yeah.
Ay.
But they're so comfortable.
Why are you on a skateboard on your stomach?
I'm just dicking around.
You have a Lululemon outfit on, I think. That's
Yeah, I
cute.
do.
I'm not mad at it.
No,
Thank
not
you.
at all. All black.
Black on
Very
black.
cute.
Thanks,
Black on black.
Mm. All right, what
Black
do you got?
on
Ev?
black crime right there. Yeah.
All right, first current event.
Black
SeaWorld is ending killer whale shows in San Diego.
Yay!
So that's the end of SeaWorld. The only fucking reason I'd go
awesome.
to SeaWorld is to see Shamu.
That's really cool though, because those
Steve-O helped that, huh?
That was Blackfish.
Blackfish was the big one. Steve-O's movement and he did all sorts of stuff too.
I love Steve-O. That's really good
I never
stuff.
saw Blackfish. I don't know. Everyone told me about it.
I don't wanna see
Everyone
it.
tells you about it.
I don't want to see it.
I'm
My
kinda
father
good.
said it was so depressing. And
I can't handle that shit.
No, because that whale was psychotic because it was stuck in a giant, pool, and it's supposed to swim the ocean, and it's just too much.
But there's a SeaWorld in Florida. They doing the Florida one too?
There's 11 parks. This is the first one.
There's 11 SeaWorlds in the world?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's see.
I know San Diego. I know Florida.
There's San Diego, San
Hey.
Antonio, Orlando.
Thank God that they're getting rid of those.
No. Only one is.
There's 11 parks in 5 states.
Wow, good. Listen, man,
So that's the end of SeaWorld. You bring in a great white. You got my money.
I would venture to say that a lot of the SeaWorld executives probably didn't even know what was going on with that.
I disagree.
orca
I don't
until
think they
saw
cared.
That
I think they
video.
saw money until they got exposed.
Well-
Who would be like, oh, yeah, that looks healthy as fuck. This giant whale. Let's keep in this small confined
what?
space.
You know what, though?
Oh, and his fin is like this.
Dude, I never thought of it.
I did.
Did you? Until
At
I
8 years old, I was like, this is some bullshit.
See, I'm such an idiot because I've been to that show. The whales were jumping through the water and everything else, and it never dawned on me that orcas can go crazy in that environment. It just
man.
didn't. I figured
The
they were
Shabs, we
taken
knew it.
care of.
My dad goes, this isn't good.
But it's
for me." When I was
possible.
a kid.
It's
When I was
possible.
a kid.
It's possible. A lot of the executives who don't know a lot about orcas because they're busy being executives and working with money didn't know. And I guarantee a lot of those people at SeaWorld, the executives and stuff, were probably like, "Hey, you know what? First of all, I got kids. Second of all, I don't want to see this happen to a whale."
Well, you're giving the benefit of the doubt.
I am.
I bet you thought Michael Vick didn't know the dogs were getting fucked up either. That doesn't look too bad. Toss him back in the cage, electrocute him. They like that.
That was bad.
But you're probably the guy who gave him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't know.
Did he know they were dogs?
He thought pit bulls could swim.
Pit bulls
So
are
they
actually
held
related
them
to
underwater.
they're actually related to shrimp, and shrimp can't feel.
What else? You got,
Pit
Ev?
bulls are in the shrimp family, I promise.
Pit bulls are crustaceans.
Apparently
they're
with
similar
Mike-
to crabs. You can eat their muscles.
Apparently, with Michael Vick, it was like they were like, don't say anything and everything. And then they were interviewing his like relatives and people who knew him. They go, "Oh yeah, Mike fight dogs, man. That's always been his thing." Like,
Wait, they say Mike fight dogs?
The guy said Mike fights dogs.
Oh yeah, Mike fight dogs. Well, they don't talk like that.
The way it was told to me. That's
Oh
what the guy
hell
said.
yeah!
The guy said,
Mike can fight a dog all day. It's like a shrimp round here.
"Where is this
You
guy
can
from?
toss some
Louisiana?
seasoning on them too.
Is he from Louisiana? That's a very heavy Southern accent."
Atlanta.
Well, yeah. No, I guess West Virginia. He's from West Virginia, Virginia.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
we're down there. The first time I ever saw a pit bull was right in where he's from. I was like, "What kind of dog is that?" He goes, "That's a pit bull."
That's a Michael Vick pit bull.
I'd never seen a
The
dog
first
like that.
time you see one?
Never seen a dog like that in my
42?
life.
You've never seen a pit bull.
This was in 1987. I saw my first pit bull. And I was like, I touched it. I was like, that's the hardest dog. And this dude,
love
this
pit
black guy
bulls,
had
man.
his dog on a harness. And he goes, that's a man-made dog right there. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's a man-made dog. These dogs are made to fight. And I was like, I want one of those. It
Hell
looked like
no.
Jaws on a
You
leash.
don't want that.
It was so friendly, though. And the thing could scale a
They
tree.
love
It would
people.
run up.
They
Oh, they're
love
so
people.
friendly. Yeah.
You ever seen that picture of that Indian dude with the pet hyena?
Oh.
You've never seen that? And he's on a chain.
He's not
and
Indian.
A muzzle?
He's from Nigeria. I Instagrammed that picture.
No, there's been another one. I think the guy's from India.
No, these guys are from Nigeria.
From Nigeria?
And they're called the Hyena Men. Yeah.
First of all, but he's walking with a chain on the muzzle.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. He's in the
Yes.
city.
Yes.
This hyena is the size of this table, but taller. You don't realize how big they are until you see them
Gigante.
next to people.
Gigante.
If you want to go to your pictures,
I was
do
going
that.
to say, oh, thank you. There you go. Yeah, I'll show it to you. There you go. There you go.
Oh no, that's not it. That's a baby one. No, that's definitely
Well, it's
not
definitely
one.
not a baby hyena. That's a big hyena.
Well, no.
Hyenas weigh about.
Brendan, is
let's-
this?
Yes,
Yeah, that guy's from Nigeria. Now hyenas.
that might be it.
Hyenas weigh. Some of them, depending on the kind. I think the spotted hyena can weigh about 176 pounds, 200 pounds.
Not that
Can
big.
you look up how much they weigh? I think they weigh almost 200 pounds.
I don't know how to turn your phone off. Either way, those hyenas are big. What else you got, Ev?
All right, we got a couple from the NFL this weekend. Reggie Bush, who tore his MCL and had to have season-ending surgery.
Whoa.
Last week. That happened last week. Now he's planning on suing the city of St. Louis for having those concrete rims around the edges of the field.
He's the
that he
second guy to
cased
get
in on.
hurt, right?
Yeah, a guy literally the week before hurt himself doing that, and then next week Reggie Bush tore his MCL. So now he's planning on suing the city of St. Louis.
I like it.
That's fair. When
That's
your
fair.
season's
His career's over.
And
Not only is his career over, but
career's
this was
over?
his career's
30-year-old
not over.
running back.
30-year-old running back. This was a make or break season for him. New team, San Francisco 49ers. You tear your knee like that, unless you're Adrian Peterson, you're basically fucked.
even if it's a what is it, meniscus?
MCL.
It's not an ACL. Is
MCL,
it better?
that's tough, man. None of them are good. Meniscus is the best one to tear. MCL's tough.
How long does it take to heal?
Oh, I'm
an
sorry,
MCL?
it was meniscus, not MCL.
Meniscus
Sorry.
isn't bad.
How long does it take to heal?
He's done for the rest of the year.
Fuck.
But at his age, especially, and he needed to perform this year, he hasn't been doing that great. That's tough, man. I'm with him. Get your money.
Reggie Bush goes down as how was his overall career? 10 years now.
Scale
right?
1 to 10?
Yeah,
5 probably.
a 5.
5 or 6.
After all that hype, tough, so hard.
Well, his style's really not made for the NFL.
Because he runs straight or what?
No, he doesn't run straight. He's like a slasher. He's kind of like a specialist, you know? It's tough, man. And then he stopped returning kicks. That was kind of his thing, you know? That's
It's
tough,
amazing
man.
how
I'm a Reggie Bush fan. I give him a 6, scale 1 to 10, maybe a 5 or 6.
Yeah.
A lot of hype. But
Lot of
again, he's not like an every down back, and the NFL wants that, you know?
Who is like a great every down back?
Adrian Peterson
Just a beast. How many years has he been playing Peterson now?
since 2008.
Ironically, when you get in
2007?
trouble like he did and you have to take a lot of time off, probably good for your career.
Yeah,
Right.
he's tearing it up. Yeah, he's good. What else you got, Ev?
All right, the other NFL one was Aqib Talib, just blatantly got in the face of one of the Colts players in yesterday's game. Just takes his 2 fingers, eye gouges the shit out of him
Yeah,
right through
poked
his
him in the
helmet.
eye.
Whoa.
About as blatant as it gets. He's been suspended now.
For how many games?
1.
I don't know. Trying to blind somebody. Tough one.
Yeah, you're just poking him in the eye. You're not blinding him.
Hurts.
Hurts. It's pretty dirty. You're going to get caught.
Yeah.
What can you do?
a lot of shit
Shit
that goes on.
happens. Hey, I'd rather have a guy who pokes guys' fucking eyes out on the football field than the guy who beats the shit out of women like Hardy. You see those pictures that came out?
Yeah.
No.
Is that one of your current events or no?
It was just part of the bigger NFL conversation.
Hardy beat up his girl.
Well, the pictures came out. He got suspended all last season for domestic violence against his girl. The pictures came out. Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, they're horrible.
Dude.
What did he
And
do?
then she gave a count by count basis what happened, and he choked her, and she was just basically like, "Kill me, go ahead and kill me, motherfucker." And that's why he let her go. Jesus. But she had bruises. He whooped her ass. Then she's leaving. The cops are stopping her, and she was like, "I don't want to do anything because he's famous. Nothing's gonna happen to him." She was right. He's back playing the NFL, bigger star than ever.
Wow.
It's fucked up, man.
Wow.
It's so fucked up.
Can't you sue somebody for that? And I don't know. I don't know. It's fucked up, man. How do you fight back against a giant man if you're a woman and you got the shit beaten out of you? Like, I don't know, man. Anyway, wow.
Tough.
Oof. Shit is
that
real.
it, Ev?
That's it for the NFL. We got one more current event. Bellator has booked Royce Gracie versus Ken Shamrock 3 and Kimbo Slice versus Dada 5000.
I'm not mad at that Kimbo Dada
on
fight.
the same card.
Dada?
Dada 5000 from the fucking dog fights.
Oh,
Billy
I love
Corben.
Dada
Yeah,
fight.
from
Five
Corbin's
Fighting
documentary.
Kimbo Slice.
Oh, all right.
But that's whatever. I think Kimbo's gonna beat him. But Ken Shamrock, Royce Gracie.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Who the fuck? Yeah, I'm assuming it's free on Spike.
Yeah, probably.
It's just nostalgia. Ken Shamrock. Somebody needs the money.
Hey man, let's see Muhammad Ali and George Foreman fight.
What do you think they're gonna make for that fight? Those two.
$50.
You don't think it's gonna be a lot more?
No.
$1 million each or something?
Fuck no. What? $1 million? Wow. Maybe. I guess Viacom has so much money. Why ruin guys like that? Why fucking ruin their whole reputation? Because you got to realize, especially fighters now, like 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, they know the legend of Ken Shamrock. They know the legend of Royce Gracie.
Yeah.
Now you get to physically see him, dude. What? Those
I
guys are like,
don't
huh?
know. Yeah, I don't know how much stand-up Royce Gracie's been
I don't
doing.
want to see that. Neither of them have stand-up.
Well, Ken. I mean, more.
Ken what?
More than.
Ken what, Brian?
Doesn't he have a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, he
stand-up?
looked phenomenal in the Kimbo Slice fight. He didn't throw one punch.
Jesus Christ.
Why are they fighting? Why are they doing this?
I just think
Why
because
Spike
it
doing
gives them a
this?
sense of purpose. Hoist, I don't know why.
No.
Hoist must be tired of giving
I'm
seminars.
not saying why Ken Shamrock and Hoist are fighting. Do whatever the fuck you want. Why is Spike,
I know.
Viacom, Bellator putting this on?
I know.
That's insane. I understand freak shows. And I love me some Royce Gracie. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Royce Gracie. I love Ken Shamrock too. But this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
How can you call that fight and take it serious?
It's funny when Ken Shamrock, they were like, well, you're 51 or whatever. And he goes, I thought we were over this racism. I mean, this is really, I was like, it's not racism. It's just ageism.
Racism.
I thought we were over this.
He has a point. He goes, I deserve the right to fight. I deserve
Sure.
the right. That's fine.
Yeah.
100%.
Sure.
But now it's in our face.
I wonder if this will be kind of staged. They'll just go about.
Like his last fight?
Yeah. I would do that. If Ken Shamrock and Royce Gracie get together and go, let's move around. Let's make it look awesome. I would.
Let's make it look awesome. You're 52. I'm old as dirt.
We'll just do transitional stuff.
You can't. That's the thing about fighting. You can't fake fighting.
Nah, you really
You can't
can't.
fake
You
MMA.
can't.
You fake boxing.
You can't fake
A drop,
MMA.
I had body shot, 8 count. I didn't get up 8 count. Fighting, it's gonna be tough, man.
Yeah, it's true. You can't. It's hard to fake. Can't fake fucking, fighting, or
Royce
dancing.
Gracie's gonna choke him out.
You can't fake fucking, fighting, dancing, or comedy.
No, I've seen fake fucking on Playboy TV.
Oh, that's true.
I've seen it a million times.
But I'm saying when you're in it,
No, you can fake that too. I've done that as well.
you've done it, but you got to do it. You're still doing it. You're actually doing it. You're putting it down.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. I don't know. It takes away how cool those guys. That's like let's see Jerry West and fucking Robert Parrish play basketball right now. Huh?
Yeah.
Why would those two put what?
Ken Shamrock's been fighting for probably 30 years.
For a while.
Yeah. Because he was a big name in Japan before the first UFC even hit the scene.
Is anyone crunk about that?
No.
And are they going to test? Where's that fight at?
St. Louis.
Are they
Nope,
gonna
not
test?
going to test. Nope.
Well, I met Royce at the MMA Awards 2 years ago, and he's a very thin guy.
He's always been thin.
Yeah.
What's that have to do with anything?
Well, he's not what you would consider right now at his age. He looks like
He's always been thin. though.
shape.
Even
Yeah.
when he was world
That's
champion, he was
true.
thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
But
Are you basing Royce Gracie off this thickness?
no. No, I'm just saying he
His
looks
physical
he
appearance?
looks like he's now at a point where he's
Diminished?
Yeah. You know, he
You
looks
can't
like
base it off how thick he is.
No, I know,
Brian.
but his
His skill set.
He looks like basically like
He looks
me.
like Pumpkin
I
Jack.
felt like he and I had the same
Are
physique.
you guys the same age?
Pretty much, I think. And I was like, I think you and I was like looking at him going, we could be brothers, actually.
Hoist Gracie versus Bryan Callen get more views.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. That's right. And he would choke me out very quickly, but I think I could box with him.
Would you wheel kick though?
I would fucking
Shit out of his
I would
50-year-old
kick and
face.
punch him as hard as I could.
I would pay entire Fighting Kid year's salary
I actually would
to watch that.
I would fight him. I would go stand up with him 100% right now.
No. MMA. No stand.
Okay, fine. That's
You
fine.
would fight him?
I
You'd fight Hoist Gracie right now?
I would do a crash course for 6 months on just trying not to get tapped and not getting taken down.
No, you wouldn't. You do none of that because that would not help you in the least bit. Hoist Gracie's dedicated his life to jiu-jitsu.
So he just have 1,000
All
tricks.
you would do is stand up, Brian.
Yes.
I could have Mike Tyson whispering in your ear while Bruce Lee rubbed your shoulders and fucking Renzo Gracie taught you jiu-jitsu for 20 hours a day, and it would not matter.
You can get to a point where you can stop people from
Hoist Gracie?
taking you. Like, you can stall enough so you don't get tapped out, can't you?
You think you could against Hoist Gracie?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, actually,
That's why you're smiling.
No, I don't. I don't, because I know I've rolled with guys who are really good, who can do whatever they want.
What do you mean you can get to a point where you can stop guys at that level from tapping?
Well, I feel like, can you? No. Actually, my best bet would be to figure out a way to not getting taken down by Hoist, since that's not his forte. Since jiu-jitsu on the ground is. So what you'd have to do is you fought.
His
if you're
decent
me,
takedowns.
give me 6 months. I gotta go with guys and just work on takedown defense, and which I kind of, as a wrestler, I can sprawl. I have those natural instincts.
He's
And
not
then,
wrestling.
and I know. And then work on that and just kick and punch my fucking head
All
off.
you're gonna do is spar and hold mitts, and hit mitts.
I sparred on Saturday and I got knocked down 4 times.
No, you didn't.
I sure did.
By who?
By Chris. And he didn't even hit me hard. My balance was off and he would punch me and I would just go flying. It was bad. It was very embarrassing and I got really mad. And I was pissed. And they go, "Hey, Bryan, he hasn't lost in 9 years. He just lost his title. So relax. Don't be mad about that. He's a pro fighter and you're a fucking idiot."
You were mad that you got knocked down by the world champion.
I was mad that I tried to jab and jump to the
embarrassed.
left, but he's a southpaw and he hooked me and he caught me and I went, "Oh, that really hurts."
Hold on.
Yeah.
You sparred this world champ. And you tried jumping to the left.
Yeah, I jabbed and I tucked my shoulder in, my right shoulder
tucked
in,
your shoulder
to
in.
come in and get an angle on him, and he went, "Oh, really?" Bang, and hooked me because my hand wasn't up, and I was like, "Whoa!" I went like this. I go, "Oh," and I had to shake it. That really hurt.
That bums me out.
You don't like me sparring, huh? I got
It's
to If I'm gonna
depressing.
win a world championship, dude, I got to take this stuff seriously.
No, that's exactly what you should do with your time because you don't have enough going
I
on.
hate that I can't do a thing against a good boxer.
You know what's disappointing?
What?
The reason you get upset is you thought you were going to do better.
That's right.
And I'm pissed that you actually thought you had a chance.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me because you're around talented
course.
fighters all the
Of
time.
course, I'm an idiot.
But you should know where you stand.
Of course, and I do. I do.
You don't.
And I still get mad.
No, you don't, though.
Of course
That's
I do.
the issue.
Man,
Because there's something deep down you actually thought you could maybe do well.
Yeah. Well, I thought,
You thought because you wrestled in high school and did some
actually,
taekwondo.
Actually, there's no question that I know he could knock me out right away. I just thought I'd have at least he wouldn't beat me that basically. Like I could do it. Like I could parry a jab and nothing.
But this is my thing, B. For any comic, any other regular person in the world, you would do very well.
Yeah.
I would put Bryan Callen against any comic in the world, including Joe Rogan. Any comic in the world, I think you would do great. A legit fighter. That's like
so
Chris
true.
Van Haven getting up and doing stand up and bombing. Like, God damn it!
You're right.
This is ridiculous.
You're 100% right. And
Yeah.
even
You've
more.
been doing all you
and
like.
even more. Like he can see everything I'm doing. Of course. Yeah. And that I like having those experiences to realize just how outclassed you are.
But how
and
many times
make
do you
no
need
mistake.
that though?
I just like doing it.
If you like doing it,
Yeah.
keep doing it, buddy.
I like getting better at that instead of just hitting mitts. Hitting mitts and conditioning, I don't care about. I want to learn how to put stuff together.
You want to learn how not to get beat up so bad.
That's right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Never been that way.
No, because you're a giant.
I'm not a giant.
Although I have to say that I was thinking about with you, you started fighting at 24, which is fucking old. It's old to start fighting. What? to start fighting and get to that level, and then to be a heavyweight, and then to have to get into the ring with guys who are that experienced, and to have to actually get to a point where you can beat them is a little bit terrifying. Because the problem is, when I was getting touched by a guy who fights at 147, and then I thought, oh, you have the same size head as I do, and you have to fight guys who are
You have a bigger head.
260 pounds,
Yeah, I know.
like LeVar Johnson. You can get murdered. You can actually die from,
You'd be in
from a
trouble.
right hand.
You'd be in trouble.
And I don't know why you did it, but you did, and you did well.
You know,
Well done.
it was interesting. I was talking to Whitney Cummings the other day, and she, we haven't caught up in forever, and we're talking, and I said I can't wait for this West Coast tour. I'm so excited for it. And she said, I said, how crazy is it that me and Bryan are doing this now? How crazy is it that we do these live shows and I'm on stage, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, not crazy at all. I could have told you this is what you were going to do. This is exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then her next text was, never, ever fight again.
Yeah, that's right.
It's funny, right?
Yeah, whatever. You'll
Yeah.
never spar again.
No.
Yeah. Do you miss it at all? Do you miss fighting at all?
Mm-mm. I'm so busy, I haven't had time to sit back and think about it.
Right.
We've been so busy.
That's what's crazy.
I haven't had time to really slow down and be like, What
So
was
that begs
weird?
the question, though. I wonder if
What was weird is when I was in Mexico, I was taking pictures with all the employees. One of the girl came up to me that I said, don't follow me or follow social media or life in general in 2015. She goes, when's the next fight? She goes, I'm a huge fan. You're one of my favorite fighters. When's the next fight? I was like, what? It was in front of my family too. What? No time soon?
Yeah.
She's like, really? Someone told me you're supposed to fight this guy. I went, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm retired.
Yeah.
Would you, if I said to you, I'm putting you in a time machine, you have a choice. You're going to come along and be a successful podcaster when you're 24, or you can have this experience in the UFC for the next 8 years. What would you choose?
Well, the only reason, not the only reason, one of the major reasons the show's successful is because from my experiences in fighting and football. So what I would have nothing to really talk about or to relate to. Or
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good
you
answer.
have to have those experiences.
Yeah.
It was rough. You have to have those experiences.
Don't you think that fighting was way harder than football?
Oh, not even close, yeah. Different, but yeah.
Scarier?
Oh, my God, yeah. Both of them are scary, though. Because when you're going through camp and you're going through when I was playing, especially Coach Barnett, you're going through two-a-days and you have to do hitting drills and you do Oklahomas and stuff. And there's world-class guys.
And
it's
your
tough,
head, you
man.
have a headache every day?
Especially as a fullback. I had headaches all the time. I remember coaches, they would circle a plane like, oh, this is where Shab and Bryan Iwu collide, and it's going to be the biggest collision of the day. And that was like the thing. People would stop and watch us run into each other. I'd see like sparks all the time.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, no thanks.
Let's go to, let's say Fight Talk for Wednesday show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to some fan questions.
Fan questions. People like them, some Michael Rappaport.
They love him so much.
Everyone does.
Gotta love rap. Gotta love him.
I have a package headed his way, too. Hey, Mike Rappaport, for sure, and I left your shitty shirt here. First of all,
Whoa, get a better shirt.
better shirt. It's this bullshit 100% cotton. Hey, Michael, is there any way you could spend, I don't know, more than 8 minutes designing this?
We gotta get him. We gotta get him on track.
Dog.
We gotta get him on track.
Hey, man. No.
You gotta help him out.
Love that guy.
Nothing not to love. He's the best.
What do you got, Ev?
All right. First fan question. What do you say to a guy like Dan Henderson, a true OG of the sport, to get him to see what the rest of us see so we won't die in the cage?
Did you see his fight?
Yeah.
He lost
Saw him
first
take
round.
that kick. Yeah.
Was it first round or second round? Second round
First.
TKO.
Good
First round.
back foot roundhouse. Boom.
I mean, with Dan Henderson, what do you say? For Dan, I think his family, his wife, his family need to sit down and be like, what's left, man? Pride champ, Strikeforce champ.
Legend.
The only thing,
Legend.
you're a legend. You're a straight legend. I don't know why keep doing this. Is it a money thing? I doubt it. He's a smart guy, beautiful wife, owns a gym, huge house in Temecula. It's kind of like, what's left, man?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I think it's how he defines himself. It's the competition. It's the love of the game, and it's got to be very hard for an athlete to walk away from the love of the game when they don't have something to go into like you do. So what's Dan going to do?
I'm sure he has options. Dan has certain. I've never heard a bad word about
options, but are they options that put him in the state that competition does? He's obviously addicted to the state and sensation of competition.
I agree, but at what point is it affecting your health, and at what point is it time to stop?
I agree. Obviously, when you're 48 and you're in a sport where the
who would he fight
objective is
next?
head trauma.
Who would he fight next? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you go?
I don't want to see
For Vitor too. I mean,
well, Vitor's coming off a win, so he's going to be
against Dan Henderson.
Yeah, he's going to be
He
excited.
did
to
just
fight.
come off a title shot too. That's insane.
Yeah, so Vitor's still in it, still in the game.
I have no advice for Dan Henderson. I'm not one to give Dan Henderson advice. He's one of my favorites. He's a legend. He can fight as long as he wants. The problem is, when does it hurt the brand? Yeah. When does the UFC say, "Listen, Dan, it's tough for us to market you and put you out right now"?
This is the conversation every fighter has to have.
Not at 50.
No, I know, but I mean,
he's
fighters?
a one percenter.
Yeah.
At what point does Dana White go, "Well, he did it with Nogueira. Listen, man, we can't have you. This is too much. It's about time to get rid of it."
You said that?
He told Nogueira, we're not going to give him another fight. We don't want to see him fight again.
Wow, good for Dana.
What else?
Protect the fighters. It should be forced retirement.
Protect the fighters.
Yeah. From themselves.
Yeah, Dana, protect them.
Fighters have to be protected from themselves sometimes.
All fighters.
Yeah. What makes them fighters?
But I don't think you can count on Dana White to do that. That's unfair.
You can't count on anybody but yourself.
Ooh, that's not true.
Well, I mean, I'm saying
you can't. If you leave it up to a
friends,
fighter, we're
your
all
friends
going
have
to
be.
We're all. That's a terrible. That's terrible advice. You can't depend on yourself.
It's not Dana White's responsibility.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. But
that's what I'm saying. Ultimately, it's Dan Henderson's responsibility to say, "I got to stop doing this."
No, that's like saying a drug addict. It's your responsibility to say they need help.
Well,
otherwise everyone's gonna be 50 doing it.
Well, if you're saying that fighters are like drug addicts in that sense, which is not it's not a far-fetched analogy.
No, not at all.
In some
endorphins,
cases,
not at all.
So if that's the case, then yeah, friends and family, and professional help. Tough.
At some point, someone in the UFC brass has to say, all right, at what point is this a diminishing return where people aren't tuning in to watch this?
A lot of it's fear. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? What cage are you headed to next?
I agree.
The cage of life? Fuck. Because when you know what to do with your day, train all day.
I agree. Do you want old? And I'm not saying Dan Henderson old. I'm saying the future. Dan can fight as long as he wants, and I'm down. It's different. But do you want old fighters wearing shitty Reebok kits? Is that what we're trying to put out? You know what I'm saying? Like Reebok fucked up again. They put a black Russian flag on a Polish sign.
Seriously?
Yeah, man. Crow Cop can't wear his signature checkered Croatian shorts. They won't let him do it.
I think they're
Crow Cop's talking shit now.
I think they're literally trying to sabotage their deal with the UFC.
I agree. I think maybe they're trying to get out of it.
Well, those shirts with the jiu-jitsu and karate and those.
I'm sick of talking about Reebok as much as everyone, but like someone whenever something Reebok happens, on my Twitter timeline at Reebok, how shitty is this? And I just put, what do you expect, man? For us to expect anything less than a fuck up from Reebok is, to me, nothing phases me. Ronda could walk out with a dick on her Reebok kit, and it would not shock me. If she walked out and Reebok designed a big dick on the back of her shirt, yeah, makes sense. It's Reebok.
Yeah.
Then nothing they do surprise me. Of course they're going to fuck up.
I just don't understand why it's not like somebody send the UFC, like this is what we're going to do. But then again, somebody in the UFC doesn't mean that they have taste. That's not their job. I don't know, man.
You think a billion-dollar corporation, someone should check off on it.
And go, what is this jiu-jitsu? Why do you have these two figures, these stick figures, pretending to do, this is apparently jiu-jitsu?
But the Polish thing, the Ireland thing, you think someone like, hold on, let's just cover this up. Let's just backtrack here because we're $1 billion company. Let's just look at this.
So wait, they did Polish. What was the thing they had?
It was a black Polish, like the eagle.
Yeah.
And it gets super frowned upon. Something with it.
Wow.
It was bad. I don't know the exact details. Everyone talked about it. Like I said, and I said that I only answer one guy. Just put, I don't know what you guys expect. I feel bad for the UFC and the athletes because they're married to these fuck ups.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the UFC's the hot wife who's really good to everyone, and the Reebok's just this cheating, shitty husband, and we all know it, and we just feel bad for the wife. That's what the relationship's like, but she can't get out of it. They're bound by contract, and there's kids.
Oh,
She
God.
just can't do anything.
Oh, God.
That's the analogy.
That's a good analogy.
Reebok's just this shitty husband who beats his wife and cheats on her all the time, and the UFC's just like, oh, I'm stuck. He's going to fuck up again. What can you do?
We better be careful.
Come on, it's Greg. You know?
It's Greg.
Come on, it's Greg. We better be careful. You better be careful.
Well, you don't want Reebok getting mad at us because then they won't send us any stuff. All right.
What else you got,
You
Ev?
look down, I'm just wearing pumps.
All right, next one.
We gotta be
Shab,
careful.
share a highlight of your lacrosse playing days. What do you think about lacrosse in comparison to football and MMA?
I love lacrosse. It's one of my passions, man. It's a cool ass sport. It just never got picked up here, huh? There's lacrosse where you were at, right? East Coast.
Yeah, East
Lacrosse
Coast
is
big,
huge.
yeah. But when you say huge, it's like, no. Huge, but not at all.
You know, it's Canada's national sport.
Yeah.
Most people think it's hockey.
There you go.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah, tell Canadians that. Go tell Canadians.
Oh, I know.
Hey, guys,
No.
there's a hockey game and there's a lacrosse
Oh,
game.
I know. Which one are you going to watch?
Yeah.
Their
Six
indoor
people.
lacrosse
Six
is
people
big
at the
there.
lacrosse game. 6 people.
It's interesting.
There's something about
I
hockey.
used to love lacrosse. I've never been in better shape than when I was playing lacrosse.
Yeah.
We used to run miles and miles. I loved it, man.
Crazy.
Love it. What else you got, Em?
All right, next one. Where's Special K Ben? Also, when in the actual fuck will I be able to get Callan's special? You've addressed it previously,
get
but
so
always
many
kick the
questions
can
on that.
down the road. Well, it's been over
Okay,
a
so
month.
listen.
It's been a month
I know.
since Callan
Mr.
last said it
Netflix
would be
again.
a month.
Netflix saw me. They have it. I'm waiting. I swear to
B,
God.
this is my thing.
Yeah.
Why don't we say fuck Netflix
And release
and
it.
release it for? Let's say you released it for $5.
Yeah.
And at a very low account, 10,000 people bought it.
Right.
10 times 5.
No, I know. We should.
No. We keep saying this.
Well,
I'm like hey, listeners, by the way, and I see all the tweets, I see all the emails. I have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys. Release it because now
so I'll
it's
tell you
just
what,
like
I'm
it's
gonna
over.
send-
The hype
I'm-
is over.
I'm gonna send Reebok. I mean, Netflix a message. I'm gonna say, look, guys, you got to watch it in the next week, or I'm gonna have
The
to
next
release
week.
it. Yeah, because I have her email, so I'm going to. So that's what I'll do. Damn.
No one believes it. The hype's over. I told you this was gonna happen.
No, it'll be good. We'll do a thing. I was just thinking about it this morning. Damn it. All right, moving on.
Hey, did you really shoot a special? What's going on here?
I know, right? Well, that's
I just think it's crazy not to release it. I think
right. I think you're right. I should just do it.
I've said that's from day one. Because why Netflix? Let's talk about this. Why
It's
Netflix?
just wider
'Cause
reach.
of subscription.
Wider reach. More people see it.
More if people search for Bryan Callen, because they're not promoting it
Well, that would
with
be
all
the,
their
that
stuff.
would be the question, though.
Aziz has a show on there. They have Narcos.
It's unbelievable.
Do you think you're gonna turn on Netflix and it's gonna say Bryan Callen?
That's a good question.
You release it on the Fire and Kid website. It's the #1 thing.
There's other stuff going on with Netflix that I'm in talks with, so I'll let you know. Yeah,
All right, next one.
I'm tight-lipped.
I'm trying like you guys are. I'm with you. So I see him.
I
Don't
gotta
worry.
get it out there. Yeah.
All right. Do you guys realize that you have a growing number of fans that became a fan of yours not for your fighting, but solely for your podcasting?
Yeah, and we love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
prefer it. Yeah.
Biggest thing I've ever done. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm doing Two Broke Girls. I'm doing the Goldbergs. I'm doing Kingdom. All legit TV shows, and there's nothing bigger than the Fighter and Kid.
Yeah, I was in the Puerto Vallarta airport, and a guy came up to me and started talking about the podcast. Probably 3 or 4 people.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, more so than fighting. They talk about fighting the kid.
Yeah.
Granted, I had the On It Fighting Kid shirt on, which I rarely do, but I was rocking it.
I love it. It's been the greatest thing for me. What a surprise.
That makes
What
both
a
of us. Otherwise,
blast.
I'd be Dan Henderson.
What a blast. What a surprise.
I'd be Hoist Gracie
Yeah.
fighting Tom 50. Boy, that'd
Yep.
be a bummer.
Yep.
Just in Reebok. Be tough.
All right, next one. I'm recovering from torn labrum surgery. Brendan, what would you recommend to do during recovery so I don't completely fall off the rails? I lost a lot of body fat this year and don't want to fall off the wagon.
What do you think, Callan?
I think you have to make it a lifestyle so that you feel better eating the way you do to keep lean than the other way around. And I think it comes down to, like I actually think that you should eat to do, like, for me, the reason I eat well is because I want energy for my shows. I have to have a purpose. The reason I don't do bodybuilding and sit there and do concentration curls or whatever, or put on 5 pounds of muscle because it would look better, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't have relevance to the things I actually love to do. But being in shape, staying elastic, and having energy is very important for what I love to do, which would be comedy. So you have to be doing this for something. What are you doing it for? I think the reason why you do something is very important to clarify.
Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about putting on weight or something, it's all about diet. Diet's 90%. Even working out, even if you have these crazy workouts, it's all about. If you have a crazy workout, then you eat like trash.
Look at Roy Nelson.
It's over.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even Roy Nelson. That's a terrible example. He's a world-class athlete. But anyone in general, those people who work out all the time, but their diet's shit. They don't look good. And you're like, God, it's weird because he goes hard in the gym. Yeah, but that's an hour out of his day.
Like Roy Nelson, who works out like a pro athlete, but is still.
God, Roy Nelson, world-class. The people aren't going to relate to that.
Well, no, what
he
I'm
works
saying
out
is
9
he
times
works
a
out.
day.
He
It's
works out 9
genetics
times
too. He's a big guy.
But he works out 9 times a day. He's obviously not eating the way he should to be lean. So working out is not. It takes more than working out. That's what I'm saying. You got it. You're right. It's what you put in your mouth. That's the point I was making. And Roy Nelson is a good example of somebody who can work out like a pro athlete 3 times a day and still be heavy. And still be fat. Actually, in fact, be.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That works.
Yeah.
Roy's the exception. Roy's always been big. He's never been a small guy ever, and he's also achieved amazing things being big. So that's tough.
Well, that's the thing. To be in that shape.
Roy's a bad example to give to people because it's like, well,
he's a winner.
Big,
you mean?
Yeah. What? And he's a big boy.
No, my point was only that what you eat is more important than working out.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to eat a certain way so that your insulin isn't spiked all the time. A lot of good books for that.
All good? Next one? All right. Brendan, I'm in the same boat as you with a son on the way in March. Do you feel it's important to get married, and could we see the big brown lockdown anytime soon?
You hear that pause?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think before I fire this one off. Man, see, to me, people put too much kind of pressure on marriage, put too much of a big deal. To me, nothing's bigger than a child. The marriage, to me, a piece of paper from the government saying, yeah, you two love each other, doesn't mean shit to me. I don't need that clarification. You know what I'm saying? I the benefits for the mother and stuff like that, I get that, but marriage to me is not a big deal. It's just not. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest.
Right.
I'm so busy that I don't know when I'd knock it out. I can't believe you. I got to be honest. You're similar to me. I can't believe you got married.
Insurance.
Yeah.
I wanted a wedding. My wife wanted it too, but she was way cooler. She was like, "Look, let's not have a wedding until the kid's 6 months old." But we,
it's always important. Like when when you're kids are playing with fucking lifesavers and freaking Legos, while the girls are dressing up as brides and thinking about their wedding. It's just different. Like
she wanted a ring, and it was nice, the dress, and it was I knew it would make her happy too. The other thing, that's a big deal for women.
It is, but the other thing too is society's a lot smarter now, and my generation is a lot smarter than the older generations because you look at divorce rates too. I mean, the chance of it being successful is not good.
Right.
So it's like you throw this huge party, put all this money into it, all this stuff.
Wah, wah, wah.
It's tough, right?
2 years later, we'll see you later.
The odds are, right?
Yeah, it's true. 100%.
I don't know. It's tough, man.
100%.
Interesting question.
All right, next one. Do you guys ever plan on coming out to Denver for a live show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a nationwide tour. Right now, with the West Coast, just a test to see how these things sell. And obviously, they're going to sell out, but see how they sell and just kind of get things going. You can't just do it all at once. So we're going West Coast, Midwest, East Coast. We'll be in Canada. We'll be international. So you international fans complaining, we're never going to see one. Don't worry. We'll get over that. We don't want to release them. I'm sticking to my guns.
Yep. There you go.
All right, next question.
Last one, Ev.
Last one? All right. Let's go with Last night I found out my girl had a dude's name she used to talk to under a female's name. You guys are familiar with this. What was it? Alan Alameda? Yeah. Pulled an Alameda. Damn. She denied it till finally she gave in, asking for forgiveness. And she says that it's just innocent. What do I do? Also, see you in San Antonio, Bryan.
Good man. Brother, I don't know what to tell you on that.
She's obviously cheating on you, because why would you hide it under a phone?
Yeah.
Anytime I ever hid a name under my phone is for one reason.
Yeah.
Dan Dallas?
Yeah.
Dan Dallas? Obviously.
That's a great name.
Terrible name.
Dan Dallas is the worst thing I can
There's only one reason you hide the name.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one reason. I mean, is she a CIA operative? Probably not, I would say.
Your girl's cheating on you. At the same time, too, I mean, how much do you love her? I don't. Fuck, man.
I don't know. Something's up.
That's tough.
Something's up.
Something's
Well,
up.
here's a question for you to play the little devil's advocate. How long did you have Dan Dallas in your phone for? Because let's say you stop seeing that girl and you just forget about it. It's just a name that's just sitting in your address book. You don't even talk to her anymore.
Yeah, but then you were hiding it from somebody else, but he's been with her for a long time. Is that his wife, is that, or just his girlfriend?
He said his girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just,
not good.
I would flip the fuck out.
Me too.
You're not gonna get an understanding response from
That's
me.
a bummer.
I'm gonna be like, hey, listen, I'm a dirtbag. Now, what the fuck
I
is
know how
going on?
dirtbag ways go.
I know El Dirtbaggery. I know when I see Dirtbaggery, I know it.
I agree. Great question. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, my man. Speaking of good questions, hey, Arizona Tempe Improv, for sure think about your questions before you come into the auditorium. 100% have some good questions from when we do live
We're
fan
excited.
Q&A. 100%
We'll
have
see
good
you on
ones.
Thursday, everybody.
This Thursday, Tempe Improv, calendar, Friday, Saturday after, and Sunday. Sell
And
that bitch
San
out.
Antonio the weekend after that. The 20th, 21st, 22nd. See you then.
For San Francisco, Sacramento, Seattle, Portland, San Diego, go to tfatk.com right now. One night only in your town. Europe cities I listed off. Let's sell these bitches out and do it fast. That's tfatk.com. The West Coast tour is coming this January 2016. Get it done. This is the Fire and the Kid. We're out.